Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Radio K Sports here, broadcasting from Minneapolis, Minnesota, inside Huntington Bank Stadium. I'm Jack Bartlett, joined alongside by Leo Pomeranke and Max Waschuk, new broadcaster here in the booth. Max is from Illinois, had some broadcasting experience down there doing some basketball, so we'll get him on the broadcast, get him involved. Love to hear you all here for this contest between the Golden Gophers and the Rhode Island Rams visiting out of the CAA conference. And I'll pass it over to Leo to tell you a bit more about the Rams and last week.
Yeah, that's right. The Rhode Island Rams. If you didn't know Rhode Island had a team, that would make two of us. I had no idea up until this week. But their first season was back in 1895. They've been around a long time. They are an FCS squad. The Gophers have won 6 straight against FCS squads. Their last loss coming against an FCS team was against NDSU back in 2011. That was when Jerry Kill first took over as the Gophers head coach. They have never played a Big Ten team. The last Big Ten team technically that they played was back in 1945 against Rutgers, but they weren't in the Big Ten at the time. So this is their first time visiting Minnesota or any Big Ten school. And as Jack said, they play in the CAA, the Coastal Athletic Association, which the Villanova's football team, William & Mary, New Hampshire, they're all in that conference. And it's it's a regional conference. It's kind of hard to believe, especially with nowadays here in college football. But anyways, yeah, the Rams are coming in after a solid win against Sacred Heart, who out of Massachusetts last week. I believe it was 2017, right, Max?
Yeah, they won 2017, beat the Holy Cross Crusaders.
Holy Cross, that's it, yes.
Looked like a bit of a grimy game. I'm pretty sure Holy Cross scored their last 14 points in that final quarter. One thing to look out, though, there were 6 fumbles, 3 lost by Rhode Island last week.
Yeah, and 4 of them from their quarterback, Devin Farrell. Yeah, so that's something to look out for tonight or this morning here for the Golden Gophers defense, who coming off a solid performance against North Carolina, but unfortunately the last kick from Dragan Kesich just went slightly right.
Yeah, I thought the defense played fine. They had that big interception, almost took them to the house. Just unfortunately a little bit short. I thought the passing defense was great. They held both quarterbacks who were on the field for North Carolina to minimal yardage. The one problem, though, was the ground game defense. Just a lot of rushing yards given up.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt like as the game went on, it just got worse and worse, and ultimately led to that drive where North Carolina was able to get that last points on top. And I know the Gophers lost on that field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Could have won the game. They had it in their hands, but I thought the defense was pretty solid. Let's see if they can bounce back here.
Yeah, something to point out, the Big Ten last week in week 1 of the college football season, they were 17-1. With 18 teams now in the Big Ten. The one loss was right here at Huntington Bank Stadium, your Minnesota Golden Gophers. But anyways, Max Brosmer, it was his first start as a Golden Gopher quarterback last week. He is no stranger to this Rhode Island team. He's been the quarterback for New Hampshire, the New Hampshire Wildcats, for the past 5 years. And this is his first year and last year in college football. Here in Minnesota. He played against Rhode Island last year, and he was, take a look at these stats. He was 41 for 60 throws, 430 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. His fighting New Hampshire Wildcats lost to these Rhode Island Rams, 34-28 in OT. But the thing is, Brosmer will have a lot more help with this Gopher offense, I believe.
Yeah, I just thought Daniel Jackson had a little bit of a subpar game. We know last year, obviously, he had his big breakout game, it seemed like, against Nebraska in week 1, and he definitely will have more help. Daniel Jackson is the guy to look for. I just want to see more production from other guys, whether that may be the tight ends or even Elijah Spencer, Jamison Gears. I think we know that Brevin Spanford's obviously not here anymore. He was a big factor, whether that was blocking or catching, but I want to see more production out of receivers to show that it's not just Daniel Jackson and checkdowns to Marcus Major, Jordan Newbin, and Darius Taylor is coming back. Maybe we get to that later.
I was just about to bring that up. That's huge for the Gophers. They could have used him last week. Marcus Major and Jordan Newman sort of took over for him last week against the Tar Heels, but that is a huge pickup for this offense. Darius Taylor was just massive for this Golden Gopher squad last year.
Yeah, Major didn't do too bad. 20 carries, 73 yards for a 3.7 average. Had 100 total yards total, but just a lot of it, I mean, from what I saw last week, it was just as the game went on, he had a hot start, and then he would just have these minimal plays, minimal yardage, and a couple of big chunks here and there, but it'll be huge getting a guy like Darius Taylor back. Hopefully he's 100% to go. I mean, they obviously cleared him, but maybe we'll see him get taken out as the game goes on.
Yeah, who knows? We got the national anthem here coming up, so Jack is pulling up the window, and yeah, we'll take a look. And there was the national anthem done by the Golden Gopher Marching Band, the pride of Minnesota, as the Gophers will be heading onto the field here in just a couple of minutes. BJ Fleck will be leading them out. The Gophers will be wearing gold helmets with maroon jerseys and gold pants tonight. They'll be debuting their brand new uniforms. They wore the gold jerseys last week against UNC, and I'm just absolutely in love with these new uniforms that they have.
Yeah, I think the gold, I mean, they obviously had the gold out for all the incoming freshmen last week. It was nice to see a stadium that was filled with gold, but I think it's time to go back to the maroon and hopefully get a win here and start the season off with the first one with some nice maroon jerseys.
Exactly, and since 2017, the Gophers have only worn gold, maroon, and gold just once, and they won that game. So who knows? You know, that could be a good thing.
Maybe luck is on our side today. Here we are playing another kind of light teal, or how would you?
I would say baby blue and navy blue.
Yeah, another team with that type of color.
Yep, with the Rams and the Tar Heels have such a great look. I was very much enjoying that. But anyways, let's get back to football. We mentioned Darius Taylor. He is very, very talented. He's in his sophomore season. He had a great freshman season last year. Obviously cut short by injury, but he had some great performances, including against Bowling Green in the Quick Lane Bowl, 208 yards and a touchdown. And with an FCS team like Rhode Island, I'm expecting him to absolutely feast against this defense.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, Rhode Island, obviously we don't know how they are good comparative to this team. We know looking at the lines and whatnot that Rhode Island is not favored to win this game, but it's tough to compare just simply because they played a weaker team in Holy Cross. I think this is a great way for Darius Taylor to at least start the season out, even if he isn't 100%. Get him his reps early, let him get the feel for the game, and if they're up big, take him out. Let's prevent some injuries. Well,
that's the thing. I mean, this is huge for Max Brosmer, who is obviously a new quarterback for the Golden Gophers. The schedule coming up for the Gophers is not forgiving. Let's just say that. I mean, they play against Michigan. They play against Wisconsin. They play against 4 ranked teams at the very moment. So it's going to be a very, very tough schedule. USC comes to town. Iowa's ranked right now. So, I mean, it just doesn't get any easier than against Rhode Island. The schedule gets a lot tougher after this. So the Gophers need to strike while the iron's hot here.
Right, and we know Brosmer did not have the best week 1. There were some ups, but there were definitely some lows, and I know a lot of the Gopher faithful aren't happy with how he played that first week. So I think, like you were saying, tough schedule. Let's get the rust off now and hopefully he bounces back and has a good game. Although I will say, Rhode Island did hold the Holy Cross Crusaders to only 101 yards last week, only on 18 passing attempts, so little bit of a limited sample there. But would love to see Brosmer get his not revenge, but just a bounce back game so he can get his feet wet here and get off to a good start after what was kind of an underwhelming performance in week 1.
Yeah, absolutely. And here come the Rhode Island Rams as we speak, as the Gophers are in the tunnel ready to come out here. And, those Rhode Island Rams dressed up in those Ram helmets and all white with white jerseys and white pants. Here come the Golden Gophers now with P.J. Flecker leading them out on the field. The keys to the game, let's get to that. The Gophers against an FCS squad, of course, something that they probably have to do is to not overlook them and just take them very seriously, but also don't be afraid to experiment.
Right, and I feel like that's the same with a lot of teams. I mean, you look at these big FBS teams playing against FCS teams. It's more so, don't overlook them because who knows? Maybe this is Rhode Island's. You could say this is their statement type of game. This is the game.
Oh, yeah.
This is their biggest competition they will have all year, especially being a smaller school. This is the game, Rhode Island. They're going to try and play hard as they can for as long as they can. So the Gophers definitely should be aware of that. I'm sure PJ Flex told them that in the locker room. But I think, you're 100% right. I think the Gophers will stick to their game here and run the ball because Holy Cross had 170 yards on them last week, averaging roughly 5 yards per carry. So, like we were saying earlier, it's a good time for Darius Taylor to make his mark. Yeah,
absolutely. And for Rhode Island, I mean, you're not favored in this game. That's pretty obvious there. But best thing you can really do is play with confidence and see where that takes you.
I think that's the only thing you can do, especially when you're a major underdog, especially in a road setting. You're not comfortable. Like, the best you can do is play confident, trust yourself, and trust your ability to sound like a coach right now. But that's really all you can do. I think the Gophers should be aware of that, but you're right, 100% they are a underdog, so we'll see. Hopefully they don't take them lightly.
And the betting line right now is 27.5, I believe, for in favor of Minnesota. So they want the Gophers to be up by probably 4 touchdowns. So I can definitely see that. But what's that?
What's your bet?
Oh, what's my bet? Oh, sorry. Jack's asking me what my bet is. I would bet the. I would bet the Gophers to win. Obviously, I don't know if it's going to be by 4 touchdowns. But, I hope so. I mean, the last game that they played against an FCS team was Western Illinois, and they beat them like 65-10, something like that. So I'm hoping for a similar thing. What would you say, Max?
I won't be taking the spread. I will be taking the over-under total score. I think Rhode Island might get touchdown here and there, but that doesn't mean the Gophers won't be pouring it on. So you could take the spread, but I will for sure be taking the over-under of 47.5 total score. I just feel like you were saying put up 60-something last time they played an FCS team.
Yeah, back in 2022. So
a little bit of an outdated sample, but hey, it's still relevant.
A little bit. It's
Same
an FCS
coach,
team,
right.
Same coach. Yep. So who knows? We are about to get started here. If you remember, the old kickoff rules still stand in college football, so they don't have the new kickoff that the NFL has. So we are almost set to go.
And Minnesota did win the coin toss and has decided to defer to the second half. Rhode Island will receive, and Minnesota will defend the east goalpost.
So Dragon Kesich will be kicking off for the Gophers. And here comes the special teams, and I'll hand it over to Jack Bartlett.
Thank you, boys. Great work on the pregame show, both of you. Great to hear Max's first time.
Words are hard.
Great to hear, Max, and great analysis. I would also like to add on that last season in their non-conference games, the Gophers played Eastern Michigan, won that game 25-6, and were ground and pounding essentially the entire game. Ethan Kelly-McManus only threw the ball 15 times, completed 10 of them. And then against the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns on homecoming, which was a bit of a scary sight for Gopher fans. Obviously, hadn't had the greatest luck on homecoming in years past, but they did end up winning it. They gave up their lead a little bit late. They ended up winning 35-24 overall on that front. Callie McManus only threw the ball 14 times for 146 yards for 2 touchdowns, and it was heavy on the rush. But we're facing Rhode Island right now, and Dragon Kesich's kickoff goes well out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams will start on the 25.
And you know, Jack, when I woke up this morning, it was I smelt fall in the air. It was crisp. It's beautiful. It's 60 degrees. It's sunny. It's a great day for football.
It is a great day for football, and it really feels like a Minnesota day for football.
It does. It does. And, it's not cold enough to wear jackets, but I think it's great sweatshirt weather, and the fans are obviously loving it.
We'll get our first look at Devin Farrell. He is a redshirt sophomore from Stockbridge, Georgia, transferred here from Virginia Tech. He stands in shotgun, 2 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left. Takes the snap, throws right over the middle, and that's hauled in by the receiver. Good contest there by the Golden Gophers' Aiden Gousby, but that'll be a gain of 5 on the first play.
That's something you need if you're Rhode Island, just quick throws and try to get those big yard gains, I guess, later. And something to point out that Rhode Island, since they're an FCS squad, they don't have the radio headset for their quarterbacks or their defense, so they'll probably try to go old school with the signs on the sideline.
Gave him 6 on the first one to the tight end, Sean Harris Jr. 2nd and 4, and that's going to be a false start. Rhode Island's going to back up almost all the yards they gained on first down. That was on the offensive line. We'll get the number here.
Yep, that would be Thomas Buxton, the senior from New Jersey, with the false start for Rhode Island. So after that pass, they have to go back, and it's now 2nd down and 9.
Rhode Island will break the huddle. UNC employed a hurry-up offense at points during the game last week that worked to great effect on a couple drives. Of course, they had Omari and Hampton in the backfield, one of the best running backs in college football. And here's a fake handoff run up the middle by the quarterback. He'll get down to the 32 or so, where it'll be 3rd and 3. Tackle made there by Aiden Gousby.
It was a decent read option there by Devin Farrell, and it's something that he can do. I mean, we saw his rushing stats last week against Holy Cross. I mean, this guy can run, so that's something that the Gopher defense will have to look out for. You can see Rhode Island, they're looking to the sideline again. They don't have the radios in the headset since they're an FCS team. That's brand new to this year for the FBS.
Bunch trips on the right side. Now wide receiver fakes in motion, goes back to the bunch. Dropping back as the quarterback rolling out to the right, looking downfield, and it caught his mate on the sideline. No referees say it wasn't.
Oh, wow.
PJ Fleck was waving his arms, incomplete. Pass was intended for the wide receiver, Greg Gaines III. They say ball hit the ground. Referee was right there, had a perfect view at it, and Rhode Island will go 3 and out.
Well, we'll take a look at this replay. It looked like he caught it, but he might not have kept possession as he hit the turf. And, the Rhode Island punt team will be on the field. It looks like it is no catch, 4th down and 3.
Punters number 49, Devin Walter, sophomore from Concord, North Carolina.
Quentin Redding will be deep to receive for the Gophers.
Line drive, spiraling kick, sending Redding back to the 20. He stumbles there. Now he'll try and work his way up the vacated left side, trying to get around the edge, and the tackle's made. Great play by, I think that's Braden Price, number 9, followed Quentin Redding on the 20-yard line as he tried to bounce the other side of the field and made the tackle there.
Quentin Redding is he is hobbling a little bit to the sideline, and he's going straight to the tents. So hopefully he's okay, but a pretty violent tackle there, but a great one by Braden Price.
We'll skip the commercial break. And Minnesota will get their first possession against the Rams defense. UNC employed heavy box sets multiple times last game to try and combat the Gophers' running attack. Darius Taylor with his first carry of the year. He bounces up the middle. There will be a flag. I think that might be a face mask. I saw Taylor spin around awkwardly.
It might be a face mask or a horse collar tackle. We'll see. The head referee is Mike Klaczynski.
He will commune with his fellow referees. Flag sits on the 26. It is a personal foul for a face mask. So the Gophers, after the 8-yard run, will tack on 15 extra to that.
That'll be on Carson Primrose. It is a 15-yard penalty, and the Gophers will get a first down.
So 2 penalties early on here for the Rams. Help them in neither direction. It's actually against Wesley Neal Jr. Brosmer in shotgun again on the left hash. Takes the snap, dropping back to pass, looking left, firing left. Major makes the catch and is stapled there by Rhode Island's number 30, Andre DePina Gray.
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to throw it to the left, kind of by the sideline, but it was no gain, unfortunately. No one was open down the field, so it'll be second down and 10.
Minnesota will break the huddle. Student section about 85% full. Rest of the stadium is pretty spotty generally for this FCS contest early Saturday morning. Brosmer, shotgun yet again. He'll fake the handoff, dropping back to pass, looking right, firing right over the middle. It's caught in the middle of the field, and down to the 35 goes Minnesota's number 4, Christian Driver, son of wide receiver for the Packers, Donald Driver, whose name we heard plenty of times as Vikings fans in our youth.
Yeah, an absolute legend from the other side, or the other state that we'll no longer mention. But here, hurry up for the Gophers.
Taylor bounces it outside. Blocks don't quite develop. He maybe got a yard on that. Good run defense by Rhode Island. Quinn Carroll's helmet pops off, so he'll come off for a play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I like going no huddle here for the Gophers. Like I said in pregame, I mean, don't be afraid to experiment. I mean, it is an FCS team. I mean, if you're going to experiment in a game, I mean, this would be it, you know.
Heavy set double tight end package for the Golden Gophers. Major stands behind Brosmer under the shotgun. Under center. Takes the handoff, gives to Major up the middle into a sea of bodies. He might have gained one.
And they'll say he'll be taken down by a pack of Rams. No real one Rhode Island player got that tackle, but it was just a rush right down the middle.
Surely
Nothing
there's a
there.
scientific name, one of those fun names for what a group of Rams would be. A
flock of Rams, I have no idea.
I feel like that might be more avian related.
Yep.
2-2 receiver set for Brosmer. Daniel Jackson in motion across the formation, now flips back to the left side. 3rd and 9 from the Ram 35. Brosmer under pressure, scrambles up the middle, and he's taken down. Rhode Island's defense stands up after giving up a 20-yard completion, and the Golden Gophers sit on the 34-yard line, and they're going to bring out Dragan Kesic.
Yeah.
This is something that I like to see. It's not a gimme by any means. This will be a 51-yarder from the 34. Actually, ball spotted on the 35, so this will be a 52-yard field goal from the left hash. Didn't kick one from here, but missed both from the right hash in the UNC game. Crawford will hold. Snap down. Kick is up. And it is through. That's a confidence booster for Dragan Kesic as he drills the 52-yard field goal, and the Golden Gophers come away with points on their first drive.
And that's the thing about, field goal kicking. It's a lot like golf. It's very mental. And so when you have, confidence boosters like that, it'll really make a difference in the future. So glad to see Dragan Kesic after that absolute heartbreaker last week against UNC to get a field goal there. And the Gophers are up 3-0.
So successful drive that stalls out, but the Gophers wind up with points. We'll head to a commercial break and hear from Max on what he thought about that first drive here in a bit.
This one's called May as Mist.
Hello, welcome back to Radio K Sports, and I'll hand it over to Max for some sideline reporting.
Yeah, Gophers had a solid first drive there. Like Jack said earlier, it stalled out, but points are points. I will say it doesn't look like Max Brosmer's totally confident yet and comfortable in the pocket. Kind of stalled out and had to scramble, and ultimately led to the drive stalling out to 3 points. But nonetheless, it's a good start. First drive, get some points. We'll look to see for the Gopher defense, who looks strong. Obviously got a couple penalties to go their way, but here they are about to kick it off, and I'll hand it over to Leo.
9.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Kesich has been busy here, his third time kicking the ball in just the first 5.5 minutes of game time. Gopher defense stood tall after Rhode Island's false start penalty and held them to a 3-and-out. Gophers went 3-and-out 5 times last game as Kesich's kick lands just in the end zone and bounces out of the back for a touchback.
Well, the Goldie Gopher is about to do his annual push-ups, so anytime the Gophers score, he has to do the same amount of push-ups that the Gophers have on the scoreboard, and I think he's going to be busy today.
I sure hope so. In a couple of those games 2 years ago, when the Golden Gophers played Colorado at the start of the season and hung 49 on them, and then when they played Western Illinois and hung 63
that poor guy.
on the Leathernecks, that Goldie Gopher was getting his push-ups in, and I think he had almost 175, maybe even approaching 200. Shotgun snap to the Rams quarterback, fired over the middle and broken up. Looks like the Golden Gophers number 14, that was Kerry Brown, got a hand on it. Pass is intended for Sean Harris Jr. Will be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Rhode Island looks like they'll be living and dying by the pass here, basically. They hope to get something going, of course. The game is very fresh here with 9 minutes left here in this first quarter. Receiver in motion.
Now they'll hand it a fake handoff, tries to flip one and has to throw it away. Good read there by the Golden Gopher defense.
That was Devin Eastern for the Minnesota defense, who tackled the running back Malik Grant, but it was a good old switcheroo almost by Devin Farrell, but no one open across the field, so he just had to throw it away to the Gopher sideline.
3rd and 10. Farrell awaits the play from his sideline. Couple men in motion. Play clock's down to 5. The Rams are going to have to hurry. Another wide receiver in motion across the formation. And just gets the snap off. Looking downfield, firing, and caught for the first down. Rhode Island will move the chains. That's number 8, Greg Gaines.
Wow, and I mean, Devin Farrell just got that just in time. Anthony Smith for the Gophers absolutely pummeled him after that throw. And he is going to be running for his life back there throughout this entire game. I mean, this defensive line for the Gophers has just been absolutely fantastic to begin the game.
Rhode Island had good protection there. He was able to go through his read progressions and find an open target. Tackle was made by Coleman Bryson. Gain of 11. Farrell in shotgun again. He will take it, fire over the middle, and it's dropped by the wide receiver right through his hands.
Ooh.
That's number 1, Marquise Buchanan. If that hung in the air for a little longer, a Golden Gopher safety might have a play on it, but falls incomplete.
Justin Wally was just not at the right place, but I mean, he could have been there at the right time, I suppose. He was the closest Gopher to possibly intercept that dangerous play anytime you see a ball go up in the air like that. But Rhode Island still has the ball here with 2nd down.
They'll break the huddle. Golden Gopher defense is not used to playing this style of defense. They've got 2 high safeties. They actually have to bring Henderson over from the line, and that's going to be another false start. Offense number
that would
32.
be Dimitri Robinson for Rhode Island, and I mean, that was not even close.
52, excuse me. 3rd penalty taken by the Rams already.
2nd false start penalty by this offensive line.
Something to keep an eye on from last game, too. The Golden Gophers were taking an odd number of penalties. This PJ Flex squad, if you could characterize them by one thing, it'd probably be running the football, but secondly, they are a clean team. They play a clean game and don't take a lot of extra penalties. Run up the middle, stuffed at the line, but not before he gains 3. It'll bring up a 3rd and 11 from the 35.
That would be Malik Grant, who is the ball carrier there. But, yeah, here, a tough quest here for Rhode Island here. It's 3rd down and 10. So we'll see what they do.
Farrell has generated the majority of the offense himself thus far. Pointing out directions to his down lineman. Jaw Joyner looking over to the Golden Gophers sideline for instructions as well. Lindenberg looks like he's blitzing off the left edge. Wally pinching in as well. They will fake the handoff, run up the middle by Farrell, finds some green grass, but he's tackled from behind after a gain of 6. That'll be 4th down.
Gophers sent the dogs on that play. They were showing blitz, and I mean they blitzed maybe like 6 or 7 guys. I mean that was almost all in there, and they made Devin Farrell flustered. But I mean he did make some great moves, and only 6 yards though. 4th down and 4.
Kerry Brown made the tackle from behind after the gain of 6. Interesting QB draw call there from Rhode Island on 3rd and long, but Farrell almost made it work. Walter back for his 2nd punt early on. That's almost blocked by Jaw Joyner. High spiraler this time. Fair catch called for by the Golden Gophers return man. That is not Quentin Redding, who will stay on the sideline.
I believe that was Daniel Jackson.
Daniel Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and, yeah, we saw Quentin Redding sort of hobble off the field. I think he's still in the tent. Or, well, nope, there he is right there on the sideline. It looks like he might be out, at least for the foreseeable future.
we'll keep an eye on Redding's health status throughout the game. I'm assuming Daniel Jackson will be doing the majority of the returning from here on, but we'll head to another commercial break here from Minneapolis. Golden Gophers with another chance to add on to their lead. Welcome back to Radio K Sports. I'll hand it back over to Max for a Big Ten scoreboard update.
Yeah, out-of-town scoreboard. Texas-Michigan college game day at Michigan at Ann Arbor. Tied 0-0 here halfway through the first quarter. Bowling Green travels to Penn State. They're all knotted up 7-7. Drew Aller has a rushing touchdown there. And Akron and Rutgers, the other Big Ten matchup here. 0-0 first quarter with 3 minutes to go in that one. That's it for now. Michigan State, Maryland will kick off around 2:30 later today, and South Dakota travels to Wisconsin at 2:30 as well.
Thank you for that, Max, as we'll get our second look at the Golden Gopher offense. Starting from the 25, after Daniel Jackson lunges forward for a return of 5. Actually, Fair caught it on the 25, my mistake. Brosmer under center. Tight end in motion, will give it to Major up the middle, and he is stuffed there. I think tackle was first made by Emmanuel Gomes coming off the edge, and Gain up 1.5.
Looks like they're using Darius Taylor sparingly, which I don't necessarily blame him. There he is out on the field right now. But yeah, I mean, coming off injury, you kind of want to ease him in back into this offense.
I agree with that. I think it's a pretty good strategy. Now, Golden Gophers will do something they don't see too often, a 2 running back set. Brosmer is flanked by both Taylor and Major. Now Taylor vacates the backfield, goes into the slot as a receiver. Major swaps sides from Brosmer's right to his left. Brosmer back to pass. Looking for the screen over the middle and broken up. There's a flag down. I think that was a close play. I think it's going to be on Rhode Island's number 9, Braden Price. May have gotten there a hair early on Nick Callerup. Came from the back, Judge. And it's going to be a holding on the offensive line.
Ariante Ursary for the Golden Gophers. And, yeah, that would make sense since it was sort of in the backfield there. At first, I thought it was defensive pass interference, which could have been a little iffy call. But, yeah, we saw the replay that it did definitely hold one of the defensive linemen for Rhode Island. So the Gophers will be backed up here for second down.
A lot of penalties here early on from the referees. Brosmer shotgun again. Now has to deal with 2nd and 18. Dropping back, firing short to the right side. Daniel Jackson makes a man miss and almost gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Is hit hard there by the Rams, and Gophers will now go for 3rd and 12. Tyler Newbin into the game. Jordan Newbin, excuse me.
Yep.
He's the pass-catching running back. Marcus Majors showed an ability to do that in the previous game against the Tar Heels, but Newbin is the one who's used most often when the Golden Gophers need a man to go out into the flat. Tight end in motion is Jamison Gears. Brosmer dropping back to pass, 5-man rush coming to him, scrambles right, has to throw off his back foot, and offensive lineman will fall on it. And Brosmer a little shaken up after that blitz.
That'd be A.J. Pena and, well, let me take a look. That would be Moses Most from Rhode Island, both on the tackle of Brosmer there. And it looks like he might be okay as he'll make his way towards the sideline, and the Gophers will punt it away.
Golden Gophers' second drive goes nowhere. In fact, goes backwards, and Crawford will have his first work of the afternoon. Takes the snap and boots an end-over-end line drive. It's caught, and great tackle there made by the hands team. Return man was number 5, Gabe Sloat, and tackle was made by one of the guys jetting off the edge. And in fact, he lost a couple yards. Ball will be spotted on the 30-yard line. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Rhode Island will look to create some offensive momentum. Golden Gophers still up 3-0 here from Minneapolis.
Lights flashing, signs passing. I could drive anywhere, but there's excuse me, I'm going to drink some water for 1 second. In the meantime, you can think about what it means that it's Scorpio season. Okay, I'm back. Lights flashing, signs passing. I could drive anywhere, but there's nowhere that I really want to go. Let my phone die for the first time. I don't have anywhere to be. I guess I'll just go home. And when I say I don't know, I really mean it's true. And when you say you're leaving, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Letting go without a fight, it's easier to leave. Now that you are off my mind, I don't want to feel. never feel anything.
Thank you to the Radio K Sports DJs for that awesome commercial music break. We love Radio K here from Radio K Sports. They give us a platform to broadcast on, and they've been an excellent partner throughout my time here, as well as founder Trask Angel helping them start the business. New quarterback into the game for the Rams, and he fires it out of bounds. Targeted for Greg Gaines, the third there. That's number, I think that's number 18, Hunter Helms, senior transfer from Clemson out of West Columbia, South Carolina.
Yeah, interesting quarterback change here for the Rams. Maybe Devin Farrell might have gotten injured. Who knows? But, yeah, new quarterback.
Helms, shotgun, looks right, firing right out to the running back, and Henderson sheds a block and makes a great play. Block was there by number 89, Brady Rourke. Henderson was able to shed him and make the tackle on the running back screen out of the backfield for a loss of 2, and it'll be third down for the Rams yet again.
A great tackle by Jack Henderson on the Gopher defense. Now it's 3rd and 12. And the Rams trying to get something going on offense here.
They'll break the huddle. Ball spotted on the left hash, looking at it up here from the broadcast booth. There's not a cloud in the sky. And we're watching Golden Gopher football. Flag on the play. Is that going to be another false start? Looks like the referee's hands are going in that motion. He'll confer with the head referee wearing the white hat. And we'll get the call. Another false start. Number 52, that's Dimitri Robinson, his second false start penalty in the third already on the Rams, so that'll back them up even farther. It'll be 3rd and 17.
And if you want to pull an upset, you can't be keep doing those false start penalties. That's their 3rd one in this quarter. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Getting the snap cadence down is critical. He's the right guard, just to the right of the center. In shotgun yet again is Helms. Dropping back, looking over the field and fires. It's caught in the open field. Wally misses a tackle. Wide receiver bounces it outside, and Baranowski is able to make the play, shove him out of bounds. Another flag on the field. They just must like seeing the color yellow.
I guess so. Great move by Amari Walker, though, the receiver for the Rams. Dove for that first down. He might have gotten it, depending on this penalty.
Wally tried to go for a shoestring tackle. That's where the flag landed. I didn't see anything out there. There may have been a wide receiver hold. That's a block in the back against Marquise Buchanan. Yeah. So a 3rd and 18 will turn into a 3rd and 28.
Yeah, the Rams are really shooting themselves in the foot when it comes to penalties this morning already. And, the Gophers defense will try to hold strong once more here on 3rd down.
They won't quite be as far as 28. They'll, in fact, only go back 20 because it's a spot of the foul call. Foul was made on the 30-yard line, so they'll back up to the 20. Yet again, dropping pass, screen pass off to the right. He's got blockers in front, makes a couple men miss, and then's tackled there by Baranowski. Golden Gopher defense forces another 4th down, and the Rams will be forced to punt for a 3rd time.
Yeah, I mean, nothing much you can do except that screen pass. I mean, the Gophers were showing blitz, and they did against the young QB Helms there. But now Rhode Island will have to punt once more. And we have a new returner there for the Gophers once again.
Can't quite read his number.
Well, it looks like it's 39, and there is no 39 on our sheet here. He doesn't have a nameplate on the back either. So
he'll take the punt after a bounce, but he did call for the fair catch.
Yep.
There is no number 39.
There is no 39, yeah, but he didn't make the fair catch, and the Gophers will go back on offense here. Coming back from this commercial break once more.
2 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Golden Gophers still clinging to a 3-0 lead here from Radio K Sports. We'll be back in about 2.5 minutes for some more football.
Lights flashing, signs passing. I could drive anywhere, but there's. Excuse me. I'm going to drink some water for 1 second. In the meantime, you can think about what it means that it's Scorpio season. Okay, I'm back. Lights flashing, signs passing. I could drive anywhere, but there's nowhere that I really want to go. Let my phone die for the first time. I don't have anywhere to be. I guess I'll just go home. And when I say I don't know, I really mean it still. And when you say you're leaving, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Letting go without a fight, it's easier to leave. Now that you are off my mind, I don't want to feel anything. Leave the key in just to listen. This song's always stuck in my head. Sing along again. Up the porch steps, up to my bed. I'm getting good at sleeping in. Not dreaming of you again. And when I say it's cold, I really mean don't go. And when I say I'm freezing, you don't care, you don't care, you don't care, you don't care. Lets me down every time. Everything I see used to fall so easily.
Welcome back to Radio K Sports.
We have a bee in the in our press box here, or in our booth. Yeah, we're trying to get it out. Yeah, I mean, the windows are open. It's a beautiful day out today. I mean, that's why we have the windows open. But Gophers offense back on the field.
Brosmer takes the snap, dropping back, fires out to the flat for Taylor, makes a man miss. Wow, what a play there by Darius Taylor. He gains 6. Lunged out of the way athletically, but was unable to get the first down. It's a shifty move by Darius Taylor, who's normally not known for his elusiveness, known for more of being a ground and pound running back.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like he's staying on the field as well. That's someone that the Gophers will need in the future if they want to make this a successful season.
Again, 2 receivers, or 2 running backs in the backfield. Handoff will go to Major, tries to cut up the middle, and only gains 2. The Rams' run defense has been strong thus far.
It has been very good. I think they prepared for the Gophers very well. They know that P.J. Fleck likes to run the ball right in your face, basically. But that's the thing. Like, I mean, Max Brosmer is the new quarterback. I think we need to see a lot more passing from him, from this offense, because, like we said, I mean, the schedule isn't getting any easier. I think he really needs the reps, and that's something that the Gophers really need to work on too. So I don't see why you don't throw it more.
3rd and 5 from the Golden Gophers' own 22. Gears in motion across the formation. He'll drop back to pass, give it outside to Newbin. He's got Gears in front of him, who makes a block, and Newbin cuts up the sideline, gains a first down.
Boy, that is a nice play by Jordan Newbin. He had a great stiff arm against Rhode Island's Trammell State Jones, the DB out of BC, Canada, British Columbia, of course.
That was actually Frank Bierman, out of Tifton, Iowa, making the block. He was in motion across the formation. Well-designed play there from P.J. Fleck and the offensive coordinator for the Golden Gophers, Matt Simon and Greg Harbaugh. Brosmer airing it out downfield to Brockington, and he dropped it right in the breadbasket. And the pass was broken up by Rhode Island's number 13, Jalen Neal.
Jalen Neal with a great play to knock that ball out. Brockington had the ball. I mean, he had the catch. It was a little underthrown, but yeah, it looks like he almost caught it. But yeah, just a great play.
Brockington's got to make that play, though. That was right in between his two arms in the breadbasket. Brosmer maybe could have led him a little more across the field away from Neal, but it'll fall incomplete. Brosmer under center, Major in the I formation behind him. Gives it to Major up the middle, and ankle tackle there by Rhode Island's number 39. That's Cole Brockwell, redshirt senior linebacker. And it'll bring up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, like you said, this run defense has been very, very good. And Brosmer has been okay so far. Of course, Athan Kaliak-Manis, who was the quarterback last year for the Gophers, transferred to Rutgers. So he's playing there for the Scarlet Knights. As that will be the end of the first quarter.
Well, I'd do a first quarter break, give it back to Max a little bit before the start of the second quarter for a recap of the first, what to look forward to in the second. Gophers will have 3rd and 9 from their own 36 when we return here from Minneapolis.
You always say the stupidest things. It's like you don't know how to read. You're always jumping in with anecdotes that don't make any sense, and I am always wondering why. So baby, let me write your lines. Oh baby, let me write your lines. I'd stick my tongue in your mouth to keep your words from coming out. So baby, let me write your lines. At first I thought that you were shy. I dreamed of all the ways your words would blow my mind. But I am finding out the reason nothing's in your mouth is your long hair hides a waste of time. So baby, let me write your lines. Oh baby, let me write your lines. If you could talk to me, we never ever have to sleep. So baby, let me write your lines. You're never ever home at night when I wanna call, and even when you answer, I'm talking to a pretty wall. I guess I'm never on your mind. I guess that nothing's on your mind. So baby, let me write your lines. Baby, let me write your lines. I'd stick my tongue in your mouth to keep your words from coming out. So baby, let me write your lines. Let me write your lines. Let me write your lines. Let me write your lines.
Welcome back to Minneapolis on Radio K Sports. Jack Bartlett, Leo Pomeranke, and Max Waschuk up in the broadcast booth. Another beautiful day. I'll hand it over to Leo for the play-by-play duties for the second quarter.
Well, appreciate it, Jack. We got Max Brosmer in shotgun, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Trying to get Rhode Island offsides on the hard count here. Here's Brosmer back to pass, looking left, looking right, throwing it right down the middle. And it's caught by Nick Callerup, I believe. Actually, Jamison Gears, that's the second tight end for the Golden Gophers, and he'll get a first down, I believe, or at least close to it. That is a Golden Gopher first down.
Good play by Brosmer. Was looking to his left at the start and then had his eyes drift over the center of the field. That's where the Golden Gopher receivers and especially the tight ends over the first couple of games have been open. Just right in the middle of the field, trying to get in between the linebackers as play develops. It's been working well thus far.
Yeah, Jamison Gears from Illinois. Brosmer back to pass once again. Has good protection. Fires it right, and that's caught by Daniel Jackson. And that'll be another Golden Gopher first down.
Brosmer starting to air it out downfield. Good catch by Daniel Jackson. Ball was a little low by Brosmer, and the Golden Gophers will hurry it up.
Yeah, not the best throw, but the Gophers will hurry it up, as you said. Brosmer in shotgun once more. Running back Darius Taylor is to his right. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Here's Brosmer back to pass. Throws a quick pass, and it's dropped by the tight end, Jamison Gears. Gears had that big first down catch not too long ago. He drops that ball. Gophers still looking for their first touchdown of this half as we're into the second quarter, up 3-0.
Yeah, just straight drop there. Not much coverage on Gears. He would have had pressure on him from, I think that was Harold Miles III. But he drops it. We'll do 2nd and 10 from the 40.
The Rams have 5 men on the defensive line at the moment. Gophers in single back formation. Brosmer fakes the handoff, looking deep. He'll throw it to Darius Taylor, and Taylor will scamper his way towards a first down and a little bit more. Gets down to the 26-yard line, and it'll be another Golden Gopher first down.
I am enjoying what I'm seeing from Darius Taylor here early on. Not just ground and pound. He's been working more out of the backfield and clearly has been working that in the off season, trying to become a more versatile back rather than just the every down ground and pound kind of type of guy.
Sort of a tight shotgun formation here for the Gophers. Taylor to Brosmer's left. He'll throw it down to the tight end. That's Nick Callerup. Callerup will get around 4 or 5 yards. And a nice catch by Callerup. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Gophers on the edge of the Case IH red zone. They're down to the 21 of the Rams. Let's see if Brosmer can get his first career passing touchdown for the Golden Gophers. I mean, I'll take a touchdown whatever way they can get it. 2nd and 5.
Yeah, absolutely. Brosmer threw 2 touchdowns against this Rams team last year when he played for New Hampshire. We got a receiver in motion. Brosmer in shotgun once again. He's looking down the middle, throws it right, and it's caught by Christian Driver. He makes a move, and he's down inside the 10, inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line.
That was
a nice play.
Elijah Spencer, number 11. He transferred here last season from Charlotte. Made an impact in a handful of games, but he's another weapon that the Golden Gophers can use from the wide receiver position, and they've been getting guys open via motion. We saw it a couple plays ago with Frank Bierman going in motion and making a block. Thus far, the motion before the snap has been giving the Rams a bit of trouble.
Yep, that was Elijah Spencer on the play. That was my bad, but Gophers here in I formation. They'll hand it off to Darius Taylor. Taylor will try to make his way. Gophers offensive line trying to push him into the end zone, but he'll get stopped at the 1-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and goal for the maroon and gold.
We did see Brosmer on the quarterback tush push. Keeper on last Thursday for the UNC game. He'll be under center for this one. He'll have a couple guys, I'm assuming, trying to push the line forward, give the Golden Gophers 7.
Once again in a goal line I formation. Here's Darius Taylor. Taylor will walk his way into the end zone. That's a Golden Gopher touchdown.
Great to see Darius Taylor back. 1 yard score, punches it in, and the Golden Gophers will go up by 2 scores. Efficient drive there using Brosmer's air talents multiple times early on in the drive, using motion to confuse the Rams defense, and they turn it into 6.
Well, you shouldn't be surprised. Darius Taylor in his first game back here in the 2024 season gets a touchdown. And the Gophers are about to be up 10-0 pending the extra point here by Dragan Kesic. And as you said, Jack, it is refreshing to see the ball being moved through the air thanks to Max Brosmer. Snap spot kick is on the way, and it is good. So the Gophers are up 10-0 against the hated Rhode Island Rams here on this lovely Saturday afternoon. 11 minutes remaining here in the second quarter, excuse me. And we do have a penalty flag on the field.
That drive was 13 plays, went 83 yards in 6.5 minutes, capped off by Darius Taylor's first touchdown of the season.
Mm-hmm.
We'll await the call. No foul
And so,
on the play.
Yeah, they're going to pick up the flag. And it will be 10-0. And it's the dance team comes on into the end zone. They had to scurry off after the penalty. But anyways, 10-0 here in the second quarter. 11 minutes remaining. You're listening to Radio K Sports.
This one's called May Is Missed.
Welcome back to Radio K Sports. Max on the mic again for what he's seen thus far.
Gophers had a solid third drive here in the game, able to cap it off with 6 and the extra point for 7, giving them a 10-0 lead. Brosmer continued with checkdowns earlier that drive, but we saw him open it up, almost connected on a deep ball with Brockington. And it's nice to see that he's starting to throw passes downfield. The offense was going up-tempo, which allowed them to get more yards on and keeping this Rhode Island defense kind of on their toes. But ultimately, offense did a great job spinning the ball around. Contributors such as Spencer, Taylor, Jackson Gears, I mean, you name it, everyone was touching the ball. And great way to punch it in. And Taylor gets his first touchdown back in his first game.
Thanks for the update, Max. Great to have you up here in the broadcast booth. Max is a freshman. He's living in Sanford Hall. Shout out Sanford Hall. We love all the dorm halls here. Not equally, but we love all of them.
That kick goes into the end zone for a touchback, and Rhode Island will start from the 25.
It's almost a rite of passage, Leo.
Yeah, it basically is, unless you're a transfer student, which I'm thankful that I was, so I didn't have to do the dorm life at all. It just doesn't seem appealing to me, but anyways. 13 plays, 83 yards for the Gopher offense, and it is refreshing to see Max Brosmer throw the ball. But Darius Taylor, his first game back, gets his first touchdown of the year.
Brosmer's 10 for 13 for 103 yards so far.
He is indeed. Devin Farrell is back in the game for the Rhode Island Rams. They are trying something different, basically. He'll hand it off to the running back Malik Grant, and Grant will not get a lot. He might get back to the line, maybe get 1 yard. It looks like they will give him 1 or 2 yards. Second down.
Graduate student from New York Bronx.
Really?
Yeah.
It's rare that you have athletes from there.
They've got a handful of cities represented here. Does Rhode Island. I see a Dallas, Texas, a Tampa, Florida.
There's also a Canadian on the team.
Pittsburgh.
From British Columbia.
Bringing in talent from everywhere.
Yep. Well, in case you're just joining us, FCS schools are not allowed to have radios in their helmets, so they have to look towards the sideline for signs. That's how it was last year for FBS schools. Here's a pass from Farrell, and looks like there's a great play by the wide receiver, and he'll get down to around the 46-yard line. That's Marquise Buchanan with a big gain for Rhode Island, and they'll pick up the first down and a little more.
Gain of 20.
Wow.
Biggest play for the Rams thus far. And that brings their offensive total up to 73 yards on the play, 20-yard catch and run. Buchanan made a couple men miss, almost made Jack Henderson miss, but he dove around on the ground and was able to flip him head over heels.
Farrell in shotgun formation. Rhode Island loves the shotgun formation. They got 3 receivers right. Takes a snap, looking right, fakes, pumps, throws, and it's intercepted. No, they're saying it's incomplete. He got hit very hard when he threw the ball, and the call on the field that it is incomplete. It looked like it did hit the turf before number 20, Jack Henderson, almost made the interception.
Big hit laid there. Yep, that did very clearly hit the turf. They'll do it again, 2nd and 10 from their own 46. They have not reached Golden Gopher territory yet this afternoon. Blindside hit there on Devin Farrell. Those are the scary ones.
Yeah, he did not see that coming. That was a little low, too. Farrell is mobile, so that's something that the Gopher defense will have to look out for. Farrell rolling right, takes a snap, he'll throw it, and that is incomplete. Hits the turf before he can get it to his receiver.
Farrell's hit again on that play, this time by Maverick Baranowski. And Baranowski hit him legally just after he threw it, but he's taking a beating here in the backfield on this drive.
Greatest name in college football, Maverick Baranowski. I wish I had that. Anyways, 3rd down for Rhode Island, 3rd and 10. That pass, the pass was intended for Greg Gaines III, the last pass, and now it is 3rd down for the Rams. Gopher fans making noise here. Gophers up 10-0. Here's Farrell back to pass. He's throwing a deep ball, and the ball is, they're going to say is it intercepted? Yes, it's intercepted.
Unbelievable
Wow.
play out there. Aiden Gousby was fighting with the wide receiver for the ball. Really couldn't tell. It's on the far side of the field. Referee was right there. Rhode Island thought they had the football, but Gousby is able to rip it away from number 6,
Sean Harris Jr. Yeah, he just ripped it right from his hands. That was a beautiful play by the Gopher defense.
Eerily similar to Justin Wally's rip-away interception against Wisconsin 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Where he just happened to be the bottom man and rolled over with the football. Gousby comes up with a big play, and the play is going to be under further review. Call on the field might matter in this scenario. I think Gousby was the one who wound up with it. Whether he was the one who came down with it is the question.
Well, I guess the question is, let's say Gousby did catch the ball. Did he hit the turf, and therefore is he down? I mean, I guess that could be another question as well before the ball was ripped from his hands. Who knows? But we will learn the answer in about 2 minutes. We will take a short break. We will be right back. You're listening to Radio K Sports. Welcome back to Minneapolis. The call on the field will stand. So Aiden Gausby is the one on the interception, and the Gophers will start from their own 15-yard line. Max Brosmer is in shotgun formation. He has one running back to the left, one running back to the right. He will go back to pass. He'll throw left, and it's caught. A beautiful catch by Jamison Gears, their tight end. About a 12-yard play there, and it's a first down for Minnesota right away.
It's a really good throw by Brosmer along the sideline. Had to make a strong throw, got it over the defender, and let Gears, his momentum, carry him out of bounds. First down for the Gophers.
Max Brosmer in shotgun once again. Two receivers right, one left. He'll move man in motion. That'll be Daniel Jackson, the wide receiver, who's in motion. Brosmer back to pass. He'll throw it, and it's right through the hands of, it looks like Daniel Jackson. It looks like it was tipped, excuse me.
Yep, ball was tipped on the line. That is Aiden, by the way, that was Aiden Gausby's first career interception.
Really?
As a Golden Gopher. So congratulations to the man out of Lehigh Acres, Florida.
Boy, moving from Florida to Minnesota, that is a culture shock, I would say, especially when it gets to winter.
It is. Gausby's been playing safety ever since Jordan Newman departed for the NFL. Tyler Newman. Man, I keep missing.
Tyler Jordan, I mean, yeah, I get it. Here's a handoff to Darius Taylor. Taylor has a gap, and he will gallop down to about the 46-yard line. About a 15-yard gain for the Gopher running back. Gain of 16 on the play, and the Golden Gophers will get another first down.
Longest run of the afternoon so far for the Gophers, and Darius Taylor had an option there. He could have bounced it outside, try and gain some momentum, but waited for the tight end blocks to develop.
Brosmer back to pass. He'll throw right, caught by Brockington, and Brockington will get close to the first down. Looks like he's about 3 yards short. Looks like it'll be a gain of 9, so it'll be 2nd and 1.
Also, during the break, we did discover what a group of rams is called. There is a distinction, however.
That's right.
In North America, it's called a herd of rams, which is pretty normal.
Yep.
But in Australia, it is called a mob of rams, which personally I like a lot better.
Which, yeah, I like that better. I mean, why can't we be a little more creative like the Aussies? Anyways, Brosmer in shotgun. It looks like it's a read option, and he'll hand it off to his running back, and he will not get too much, but it looks like they might get the first down. Yes, they will. That'll be another Gopher first down. And so the Gophers across the 50-yard line. Ball is at the 42-yard line, looking for their second touchdown of the game. It is 10-0 here in the second quarter with 7 minutes remaining. Gophers in shotgun again. Brosmer barking orders to his offensive line. Moves his tight end in motion. Brosmer with the snap. Back to pass, rolling left. Escaping a man, and looks like he's going to tuck it and run. Look at Brosmer. Gets down to the 36-yard line. Gets about a gain of 4 or 5 on the play. And almost a broken play. Didn't have anybody downfield. And a great run by the Gophers' quarterback.
Pressure was applied there by Rhode Island's, I think that was, I'm not sure who it was, but Brosmer was able to scamper away from him, run right, and find some green grass, gain yardage, and Brosmer's shown some ability to use his legs to make plays.
He really has. That's something you can always have in your back pocket, which is really nice for the Gophers' quarterback. He is in shotgun formation. He'll toss it over to Marcus Major. Major will get taken down hard. Boy, a great tackle by Cole Brockwell from Rhode Island. And he'll only gain about 1 or 2 yards on the play. A rare toss play out of shotgun formation.
3rd and 2 from the Rhode Island 34. They need to get to the 32 for a fresh set of downs. Be interesting to see what the Golden Gophers wind up doing if they do not convert this. Kesich has hit from this distance now. But if you want to keep your foot on the gas pedal, and looks like we got a little Wildcat formation.
I like this. Darius Taylor in the Wildcat formation. It looks like he'll take it himself, and he will dive forward for the first down.
Referees spot him on the line, and
Yep,
they'll
there's-
say he's got it.
Yeah, I dig the Wildcat play there, Jack.
Brosmer split out way to the wide side of the field, was uninvolved in the play. Taylor was given the option to give the ball to himself or Marcus Major. Took it himself, gained 2, and moved the chains.
Brosmer in single back formation. And we got a whistle. It looks like it'll be a timeout for Rhode Island. They didn't like the look of their defense there. 4 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Golden Gopher football. The Gophers are up by 10. You're listening to Gopher football on Radio K Sports.
Since the stars saw these eyes.
Welcome back to Minneapolis, Minnesota, home of the University of Minnesota Golden Gophers, as they are up 10-0 here in the second quarter. 4 minutes and 38 seconds remaining. It is first down and 10 at the Rhode Island 32, excuse me. Here's Max Brosmer in single back formation. And we got a penalty flag. It looks like it'll be a false start on the Gopher offensive line. That would be Ariante Ursary. That's his second penalty of the afternoon so far. And so the Gophers will unfortunately move back 5 yards. And it'll be first and 15. Gophers still in single back formation. Trying to score their second touchdown of the day. Brosmer fakes the handoff. He'll throw it to Darius Taylor to his right. Taylor makes a move and gets down to the 20-yard line for a Golden Gopher first down.
Ooh, nasty little sidestep there. Hesitation by Darius Taylor. Again in the open field, faking the handoff to him has been extremely effective. And dumping it to him was Brosmer. Gave it to him in open space and made Rhode Island's number 22, Sean Pelkinson, completely whiff.
Oh, yeah. Great move by Darius Taylor. Nice to see him back in the lineup for the Gophers. Oh, Brosmer calling an audible, yelling kill, kill, kill to his offensive line. He'll go back to pass. He's seeing something. He'll look downfield, throw it to his running back, and he'll get down, it looks like near the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 9 on the play. A nice catch and run by Marcus Major, the backup running back for the Gophers.
Using the running backs out of the backfield has been a welcome sight. Taylor's got 3 catches for 35 yards. Marcus Major's got 3 for 12. Trying to force Rhode Island's linebackers to stay with the running backs and try and open up some wide receivers downfield has been the strategy so far. 2nd and 1, I'd be anticipating a handoff.
Time is ticking down here in the second quarter, almost 3 minutes remaining. Here's a handoff to Darius Taylor. He'll lower the shoulder and get down to the 9-yard line. And so that will be enough for a Golden Gopher first down, and it will be 1st and goal at the Rhode Island 9.
I'm really interested to see what they do from here, because last game against UNC, they had a 1st and goal from the 10 and went nowhere on 3 consecutive plays, the last of which was a 3rd and goal from the 9. PJ Fleck decided to dial up a run, and that didn't go anywhere. And in fact, they backed up after a penalty on that play, I believe, and that was when Kesich missed the field goal off the right post.
Brosmer is in shotgun. He'll hand it off to Darius Taylor. Taylor trying to make a move, but he'll only get 1 yard on the play. Nice play by the Rhode Island defense anticipating that run. And so it'll be 2nd down and goal for the Gophers as we head to the 2-minute timeout here pretty soon at the very least. And it looks like the Gophers will do just that. 2 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Gophers up 10-0 down at their own 8, or down at the Rhode Island 8. 2nd and goal, trying to look for their 2nd touchdown of the day. Max Brosmer still hasn't thrown a touchdown, but hell, who knows? We can see it here in a little bit. We will be right back. You're listening to Golden Gopher Football on Radio K Sports.
Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Get on up, it's bobsled time. Sit and meditate, get into the flow.
Back here on Radio K Sports, I'll hand the headset off to Max for some sideline analysis.
Gophers up 10-0 here, nearing the end of the first half. One thing that's kind of killed Rhode Island, however, is they already have 5 penalties for 45 yards, where last week they had 8 penalties for 67 yards. And that's given the Gophers an advantage offensively and defensively, giving them the edge here, leading to that 10-0 lead. On that last Rhode Island drive, Devin Farrell returned after almost a mystery disappearance, not sure why. He seems to be the X factor of the offense. He's the reason why they move up and down the field, but ultimately was the reason why he gave the ball back to the Gophers, throwing a pass in a double coverage, leading to this Gopher current drive. I'll give it back to Jack as the Gophers are inside the red zone here at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, welcome back. Gophers up 10-0. The Simba cam was just on the Jumbotron. That never really gets old, to be quite honest. But Max Brosmer here, back in shotgun formation. Gophers looking for their 2nd touchdown of the day. They'll put a man in motion. Brosmer barking orders to his offensive line. Seeing a hole in the Rhode Island defense. He'll hand it off to Darius Taylor. Taylor makes his way down to the 2-yard line. A great run by the sophomore running back. And it'll be 3rd down and goal with 2 yards to go.
Full head of steam right up the middle for Darius Taylor. He'll come off, let Major come on. Couple extra offensive linemen jog onto the field for a 3rd and goal from the 2. I assume that no matter what happens here, they'll be going for it. Hopefully Major can punch it in for what would be his first touchdown as a Golden Gopher.
Here's Brosmer in shotgun. He will hand it off to Marcus Major. Major dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. And the Gophers will be up by 3 possessions with 1:16 left in the second quarter.
Another extremely efficient drive from the Golden Gophers there. 14 plays going 85 yards, spanning 7 minutes and 57 seconds. It's a classic Golden Gopher drive, and they're back to their old ways of dominating the time of possession numbers and getting their job done here against the FCS opponent, the Rhode Island Rams, as Kesich will come on for the extra point.
14 plays, 85 yards in 7 minutes and 57 seconds. That was the drive. Those stats for the Golden Gopher offense. As Dragon Kesich will look for the extra point. He did get a field goal earlier today, 50-plus as well. Very impressive after his miss from against North Carolina last week. Just an absolute heartbreaker, but the Gophers trying to bounce back here against Rhode Island. Snap, spot, kick is on the way, and it is good. And so the Gophers are up 17-0 here in the first half. Gophers expected to lead this game going into the halftime, of course, but only up by 17. It's not something that they necessarily wanted, but at least they got some points on the board.
Minute 16 left in quarter number 2 here for Minneapolis. We will not head to a commercial break. We'll keep it here for the last minute and change. Rhode Island's got 2 timeouts to work with, so if they get some momentum headed downfield, might be able to put something on the board, but the Golden Gophers do receive the second half kickoff after winning the coin toss and deferring.
They do, and they only have 73 yards of offense, this Rhode Island Rams offense so far. They're trying to get something going. We will see if they can do that.
It is high school band day here for Minneapolis. High schools
there you
from
go.
around the Minnesota metro as well as greater Twin Cities areas showing up and showing out with the Golden Gopher band team, or with the Golden Gopher band marching on the field. I'm not sure what the theme is for this afternoon. There's plenty of dancers, plenty of band players, so always fun to see more people involved. I was a band kid myself, loved marching band, and love the school spirit that comes with it.
Absolutely. That kick is going into the end zone for a touchback, so it'll be down at the 25-yard line for this Rhode Island Rams offense, who hasn't done much so far today. They've had 2 quarterbacks, actually, Hunter Helms and Devin Farrell. Devin Farrell is a guy that can really run the ball and is a threat in the backfield. Hunter Helms seems like he's more of a pocket passer, and they've been kind of switching between both of them so far today. We'll see who comes onto the field for the Rams. It looks like it will be Devin Farrell, who will be under center for Rhode Island. Rams run a primarily shotgun offense. They are in shotgun once again. Here's Farrell. He'll fake the throw, and it's a fumble, and it's recovered by Minnesota.
What a play. Jack Henderson smoked him off the edge. That's the 3rd time that Farrell's been hit really hard. This time he looked like he was taking the ball back to throw, and not much he could do there. Henderson winds up with the fumble, and Rhode Island's ball security issues come back to haunt them yet again as they turn it over deep in their own territory. The Golden Gophers have the ball on the 19.
Yeah, have yourself a day, Jack Henderson. He's been all over the field tonight for the Gophers defense. As Gophers offense will go right back onto the field at the Rhode Island 19. So the Gophers have a chance to put even more points on before this first half is complete. A minute 12 left in the second quarter. Brosmer is in shotgun. 3 receivers right, has Darius Taylor to his left, making signs to his receivers here. Brosmer back to pass, looking right, doesn't see anybody. He tries to tuck and run, but he'll lose yardage on the play. He'll lose around 3 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 13.
Tripped over
the
backup
Gophers.
offensive lineman Ashton Beers, was trying to scramble, and Beers looked like he was trying to block for him, and Brosmer just ran into his right leg, stumbled up, and sacked himself.
Yeah, I mean, I do love his last name, but yeah, you can't be tripping over your quarterback, of course.
Minnesota will take a timeout.
Yeah, I don't necessarily blame him. It'll be a 30-second timeout. But we had the Simba Cam on the Jumbotron recently, and it never gets old. I love seeing the little kids, but I also love seeing some of the overserved student section trying to lift their buddy Steve up on their shoulders or something like that. I think it's funny.
I
But,
think it's amazing.
Yeah,
I agree.
they're really hoping that they could get on the Jumbotron. Like, guys, this is for the kids. Come on. But anyways, yeah, I mean, Gophers have a chance to get more points on the board. That's something that you definitely want to see against an FCS squad like Rhode Island.
44 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. See if Brosmer can try and heave one towards the end zone.
Brosmer is in shotgun formation. He'll move his tight end in motion. He'll fake the handoff. He'll look left. He fires it deep. End zone incomplete. Boy, a nice play by Eonde Johnson, the corner for Rhode Island. That was intended for Christian Driver, who is the son of Donald Driver, Packers legend. And he threw it right into the end zone. If it was caught, it looks like he kind of misplayed it a little bit, but it was still great coverage.
That hit his hands.
It did.
Looked like Johnson's right hand was going to be on his shoulder. May have hampered the catch, but I think that's one that Driver's going to look back on film and want to have.
Yeah, he's going to be waking up in a hot sweat thinking, why couldn't I have made that catch? Brosmer in shotgun. He'll roll right, roll left, and he gets sacked, and he gets taken down all the way back to the 38, 39-yard line. He's taken down by A.J. Pena, and he is absolutely fired up after that sack.
And that almost takes the Golden Gophers out of field goal range.
That's not something you want to see.
I think I see Mark Crawford on the sideline. They'll wait, and in fact, they'll just let the time wind down. Rhode Island not wanting to use any of their timeouts.
And let's see why you wouldn't.
And looks like PJ Fleck will elect to take a timeout with 3 seconds left.
Interesting.
Maybe you give Dragan Kesic a shot at this. Ball spotted on the 38. That'd be a 55-yarder.
Yep.
Kesic does have a leg, and I think he might have been good from 55 on the other side.
Yep. And it looks like the ball is more so towards the center of the field, which is good. Now, the ball was placed on the right side of the field against North Carolina when he shanked it a little bit to the right. And now he is a lefty, so his preference is usually to the left side of the field, I think. But nevertheless, they will try to attempt a very long field goal.
This one from 55 yards out. Dragan Kesic stands on the block M. Now walks backward, kicking towards the student section. Flags on the top of the end zone, or on the top of the field goal, slightly blowing in his favor.
And it looks like Rhode Island will take a timeout, try to ice Dragan Kesic. Now, this did work against North Carolina, so who knows? It could be they could be onto something here. I remember back in the old Madden games, they used to ice the kicker, and it'd be a little more difficult if you took a timeout before a big kick. And this isn't necessarily a huge kick. I mean, this could be to make the score 20-0 or 17. If he misses it, 17-0 still. But Rhode Island could use all the breaks they can get if they really want to get something going in the second half. Again, only 67 yards in offense total for the Rams so far here today.
This would be a career long for Dragan Kesic. His previous best was 54 last season against Michigan.
Well, there you go. I was in house for that Michigan game. We saw future quarterback for the Vikings, J.J. McCarthy, that game. Snap, spot, kick is on the way. It looks like it has the distance, and it is no good. Missed it to the right.
That had plenty of leg,
It
though.
had plenty of leg for sure. Well, 55 yards going into the second half. Of course, why not take that chance? Anyways, 17-0. The Gophers are on top of the hated Rhode Island Rams. We will be right back for halftime analysis. You are listening to Golden Gopher Football on Radio K Sports.
Welcome back to Radio K Sports, ladies and gentlemen. About 6 minutes before we get underway in half number 2. Golden Gophers hold a 17-0 edge and will get the ball to start the second half here from Huntington Bank Stadium. Give you some stats from the Rhode Island Rams, the visiting squad. They employed 2 quarterbacks in the first half. Devin Farrell was 3 for 10 for 37 yards with an interception and lost a fumble. In his place, Hunter Helms was 3 for 4 for 18 yards on his one drive. Have not gone to the ground game a whole lot. Grant only has 2 carries for 6 yards, and Farrell himself 3 for 6 yards as well. Time of possession for Rhode Island, 9 minutes and 9 seconds, and they have taken 5 penalties for 45 yards. Now over to Max for the Golden Gopher statistics.
Yeah, Max Brosmer definitely playing a whole lot better in this game. 15 of 20 in the first half for 155 yards, quarterback rating of 140.1. But the ground game has really been, in my opinion, the most dominant. They've made their mark. Darius Taylor in his first game back already has a touchdown and is the team's not only leading pass catcher, but also in the terms of yardage, also leads the team with 3 catches for 35 yards. With 10 carries for 42 yards and a score. Marcus Major also leading the team or tied with Darius Taylor in receptions with 3 catches for 12 yards. Also has the other touchdown with 5 attempts for 7 yards. And Daniel Jackson, a little bit of a quiet first half, as dubbed the #1 receiver on the team. 2 catches on 18 yards, total of 3 targets. Gophers in total look pretty solid offensively. The O-line is a little shaky on that last drive where Kesich ended up missing that field goal, not by too much. The O-line, Brosmer tripped up on the offensive line and led to a sack 2 plays later. Ultimately, though, I thought very solid first half.
Yeah, strong first half. First couple drives, offense looked to be out of sorts. They found a rhythm later in the second half, and their 2 touchdown scoring drives spanning 6.5 minutes and almost 8 minutes, going 83 and 85 yards respectively. Then that short drive at the end with a field goal attempt that would have been Kesich's long. And we commented in the booth that that kick may have been good from 65 yards. That was about halfway up the field goal posts height-wise. So Kesich absolutely has a leg. He has just had a tendency lately to tug it slightly to the right. Golden Gophers overall, 191 yards of offense, 155 via the right arm of Max Brosmer, 36 on the ground. 2 penalties for 15 yards, 13 first downs to Rhode Island's just 2. 4 for 7 on third down. That's a significant improvement from last week. And 2 turnovers created by the defense, a fumble that was recovered by Jack Henderson. That was actually forced by Devin Eastern. And then an interception, first of his career, for Aiden Gausby.
Yeah, I would say Gophers are definitely a lot more disciplined in this game. We saw, against North Carolina, a lot of silly penalties that shouldn't have happened. So to hold yourselves to only 2 penalties, 15 yards in the first half, definitely a better adjustment. And then the third downs is huge because I feel like they're definitely converting it. Last week was tough against North Carolina where they would be running the ball in situations that they did not need to be running the ball on third down. So to see them come out, obviously against a weaker team, convert these third downs is a huge plus and is the reason why they're up 17-0. But back to going back to the yardage and time of possession, it's almost double. They're dominating Rhode Island after a bit of a shaky, slower start. Nothing to be worried about anymore, though, up 17-0 and going to be receiving the ball at the beginning of this half.
I'll do a quick scoreboard update, not out of necessity, but more out of surprise. Up here in the broadcast booth, we've been keeping an eye on everything. Texas and Michigan. Texas is just dominating right now. They're up 24-3 post J.J. McCarthy era in Michigan. Not off to a great start after they won in week 1, but most notably, the other 4 ranked teams in actions playing unranked teams are all losing at the half. The biggest one of those being the old friend of the Golden Gophers, Bowling Green, going into Happy Valley, and they're up 4 points, 24-20, over 500 yards of offense in the first half. Penn State does have the ball to start the third quarter, but that's probably one of, if not the toughest stadium to go to as a visiting team, and Bowling Green embracing the action.
Yeah, we were kind of keeping track of this game throughout this broadcast, and Bowling Green was up 10 points at one point. It's going to be a shootout. They're going in there, like you said, it is a tough place to play, but let alone win down in Happy Valley. Bowling Green, or Penn State, will be receiving the ball to start the second half, but it's really been back and forth punches between those two teams. And then the other ranked team that is surprisingly losing, Oklahoma State down 14 to Arkansas at halftime.
Then Kansas State down 10 against unranked Tulane, and even Syracuse on top of Georgia Tech. The Florida State spoilers, they're up 7 at the half as well. Counting down under 25 seconds to go back to action here from Minneapolis. I'll hand it over to Max and Leo for the play-by-play and color commentary duties for the quarter.
Second half time about to start. Gophers will be receiving the football, up 17-0. Leo, what were your thoughts about that first half?
Yeah, it's not bad. Dragan Kesic, I thought he had a pretty good first half, especially after that missed field goal against North Carolina. Although he did miss the field goal going into not overtime, halftime, excuse me. But overall, not too bad. I'd like to see a little more from Max Brosmer, the quarterback. And like I said before the game, just don't be afraid to experiment, because this Rhode Island team, quite frankly, isn't very good. So, but football is it's an interesting game. It's a funny game, so you never know. Only 67 yards total in offense for the Rhode Island Rams, 191 for the Gopher offense. And the time of possession was very curious as well. 20 minutes for the Golden Gophers, a little over 20 minutes, a little less than 10 minutes for Rhode Island. So it would be Adam Okonvitz, something like that. That's what I'll go with for the kick for Rhode Island. Here comes the Golden Gophers. And it looks like, I don't know who that would be Lemeke Bronkington, who caught it for the Gophers and gets down to about the 39-yard line, and the Gophers will have a very good starting field position to start this second half.
Yeah, and like you were saying, I totally agree. Definitely Max Brosser would like to see a little more out of him. I will say the last two drives where he was taking shots down the field where he almost hit Brockington on that deep ball. Oh, yeah. Definitely attacking downfield more, which is something Gopher fans and people in general want to see. That's why he came here.
Well, here's Brosmer in shotgun formation. Moves a man in motion. Handoff. Darius Taylor had a big first half. He makes a cut, makes another man miss, and gets down to about the 31, 32-yard line. And it'll be second down for the Gophers.
I will say, Darius Taylor, what a difference. Compared
yeah.
to last week, it would have been great to have him last week against North Carolina. Unfortunately, he was dealing with an injury. We'll see how much longer they play him here, because I'm sure that, I don't know if that injury is still lingering, but what a difference he's been for them today.
They have been using him sparingly, but he has been fantastic for the Gophers so far today. 11 rushing attempts for 47 yards and a touchdown. Here he is again. Darius Taylor gets down to about the 36-yard line. A run down the middle from shotgun, and it looks like that will be another Golden Gopher first down. That will be the Gophers' 14th first down of the game so far, as we're a minute into this third quarter.
Darius Taylor continuing his dominance in today's game. His 15th touch so far, and we're only a half in.
Yeah, exactly. Brosmer in shotgun. He moves a man to his right. That's Elijah Spencer, who had a massive catch earlier in the game so far. He looks right. He'll throw it right to Elijah Spencer. Spencer makes a man miss, still on his feet, and gets down to about the 46-yard line. 44-yard line, excuse me. And it'll be a gain of 7 on the play for the Gophers wideout.
I will mention the Gophers have, 8+ names have received the ball today, which is huge for them.
That is massive. He'll throw to the left. That's Elijah Spencer again. And he'll get right down the middle, down to the 40-yard line, into Rhode Island territory. And another first down for the Golden Gophers. Elijah Spencer. 2 straight catches, and the Gophers are rolling. They'll go no huddle here. They'll be in shotgun formation. Marcus Major, the backup running back for the Gophers, by Brosmer's side. Brosmer back to pass. He'll throw it. Caught Jackson, and he gets killed by Ayande Johnson. A nice tackle.
That's what they call a textbook tackle right there.
Yeah.
Wrapped him up and threw him to the ground.
Yeah, Jackson caught it, and he had no time whatsoever to make a move. Gets down right away. And it'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Golden Gophers.
It's good to see. Pardon me. It's good to see Brosmer starting to air the ball a bit more and kind of spreading the field out.
It's starting to look like he's getting a little more comfortable as this game rolls on. In shotgun once again, moves a man to his left. He'll hand it off to Major. Major trying to fight off defenders, but he'll get down to around the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 2 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Gophers.
Yeah, not much running space there for Major, as we will see Darius Taylor back on the field.
Jamison Gears also back in, the Gopher tight end. They'll be in shotgun formation. Rhode Island has 6-7 defenders on the defensive line. They're anticipating a run. That's exactly what they're going to get. But Darius Taylor gets down to about the 30-yard line. It looks like it's enough for the 1st down. We'll see where the refs spot the ball. Gophers might be in 4-down territory here as well.
I think it is. I think they go for it. I mean, you're up multiple scores. You're in a part of the field where you could kick the field goal, but also getting this 1st down and continuing a drive where you ultimately could put the game away right here.
Yeah, it will be 4th and inches. Brosmer under center. Single back formation. We'll see if he sneaks it past the 1st down mark. He will. Or at least he'll try to. Gophers saying that they got the 1st down. Rhode Island saying that they stopped him, and I believe they might have stopped him. No, they did not. He will get enough. He'll get down to the 30-yard line. That's a Golden Gopher 1st down.
That was a little too close.
That was.
I'm surprised they didn't go back with Taylor there. I mean, he's been doing the job in close situations like that. But if it works, it works.
Can't argue with the results, I suppose. Gophers making some substitutions here. 17-0 Minnesota. We're 5 minutes into the 3rd quarter. Gophers 10 yards away from the red zone here. Here's Brosmer under center. Single back formation. It's Major. He'll fake a handoff. He's looking down, deep downfield. It's caught. Elijah Spencer gets down to the 16-yard line. That'll be another Golden Gopher 1st down, and they're in the Case IH red zone.
Yeah, good job of Elijah Spencer, kind of finding the soft spot on the defense, planting his feet, turning around, and catching an easy pass. Really nice delivery by Brosmer. Simple play, simple execution, and putting them inside the red zone here, and a chance to strike.
Elijah Spencer makes his fourth catch of the day so far. 55 yards. The longest was an 18-yard reception in the 1st half. Beautiful catch by Spencer as Brosmer will be back to pass in shotgun formation. He's rolling to his right. He has some space, and he'll tuck it under his arm, and he'll scamper down to the 9-yard line. And he'll keep it for around 7 yards. That'll be a 7-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
I like that decision there. Didn't see much on the field. And, I mean, we kind of saw that early in the 1st half where, you know, he's still trying to get comfortable, obviously, with this new offense. And now that we're seeing him take shots downfield, if it's not there, that's the right play. Put the ball down, tuck it, and run. And now it's going to be 2nd and very manageable.
Well, remember, Brosmer had 5 years of experience at New Hampshire. So he is very experienced in football, of course. As he is in shotgun formation, Darius Taylor to his left, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Brosmer, read option. He'll keep the ball himself, and he'll get down to around the 6-yard line. It is close to a 1st down. Ref saying that he got it. It'll be 1st and goal at the Rhode Island 6.
Brosmer showing his athleticism there with the read option, willing to take a hit to pick up the 1st down. And Gophers are knocking on that door.
It's definitely a way to win over some confidence from your teammates, is to lower the shoulder and take a hit like that.
100%.
Brosmer still looking for his first throwing touchdown in the maroon and gold. We got 3 receivers bunched up to his left in shotgun. He'll move a man in motion. Brosmer back to pass. He'll throw it. It's caught. End zone. Touchdown. Minnesota. Christian Driver. Number 4. And that is Max Brosmer's first passing touchdown as a Golden Gopher. And the Gophers are up 23-0 here with 7:57 left in the third quarter.
Right on cue there. You said he was searching for that first touchdown, and next play he delivered a simple but well-executed pass. And Christian Driver, son of Donald Driver, as we've mentioned before, of the Green Bay Packers, collects his touchdown. 12-play, 73-yard drive, and the Gopher score.
Kesich on for the extra point. Snap spot. It is good. And the Gophers are up 24-0 against the hated Rhode Island Rams with 7:57 remaining in the fourth quarter. You mentioned Christian Driver is the son of Donald Driver. I remember the quarterback for North Carolina that went down. His last name is Johnson, but he's the son of Brad Johnson, former Viking quarterback.
Oh, a lot of connections were made here. Okay.
A lot of great connections as we will take a short timeout. The game is on Peacock today, and they still have a lot of commercials, even though you have to pay for it. That's neither here nor there. Anyways, we appreciate you listening to Radio K Sports. You're listening to Golden Gopher football here on Radio K Sports. Welcome back to Huntington Banks Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the Gophers are facing the Rhode Island Rams. 24-0 is the score here in the third quarter. 7:57 remaining as Dragon Kesich awaits the kickoff to the Rhode Island Rams, who have been not very good on offense so far. 67 yards total for them on the game, and 264 yards of offense, including 204 passing yards for Max Brosmer. You love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, like we were saying on cue, you called it his first touchdown pass. I don't think he threw a single incompletion that last drive.
I believe you're right.
He went 5 for 5, roughly 50 yards. Oh, sorry, 5 for 5, 49 yards on that last drive.
Yeah, very impressive as Kesich will kick that ball into the end zone for yet another touchback. And the Rams offense will get back on the field. So far, 2 turnovers for them today, a fumble and an interception, both from QB Devin Farrell. We'll see who comes out for QB for them on this drive, because they have also played Hunter Helms, the backup QB for Rhode Island.
Yeah, I wonder what the decision was for that. Maybe there was a little nick that was bothering him.
Yep.
Who knows? But Hunter Helms was out there for one drive, and I will say when he was out there, it was a lot more safe plays, little dump-offs,
Yep.
short, 3 for 4, 18 yards. And Farrell, when he was out there the first couple drives, it seemed that he was source of the offense. Now, I know it's the quarterback, but he was getting it done on both sides, whether that he was mobile and kind of more of a risk taker. So I wonder what happened, but it seems that he should be the quarterback for this upcoming drive.
It seems like it, honestly. As we did have a kickoff, and it was a touchback, and now we're going back on commercials. So that's just beautiful for them. But we might as well entertain the people. You know?
Why not?
Might as well.
Why
right?
not?
Exactly. But yeah, Rhode Island. It seems like that their offense has just not been. It hasn't been very good so far. But it seems like they like to run the ball, considering with their running back or with their quarterback being so mobile.
Yeah, and I mean, Devin Farrell didn't even play that poorly last week against Holy Cross. He had 287 yards on 60% completions with 2 tuds, along with 54 rushing yards. So it's not like he is a terrible player. It's just maybe that he's playing a much better competition, and the Gophers D-line, I especially have given that offensive line for Rhode Island a ton of trouble.
Yeah, welcome to Big Ten football, I suppose. Max Brosmer, last time he faced off against Rhode Island, he threw 60 passes. So far, he's thrown 25 passes. So he would need to throw 35 more times.
A little bit under pace,
this
yeah.
second half
a little bit.
to meet that pace. And, yeah, who knows? Who knows what will happen there. As they're showing highlights right now of this Bowling Green Penn State game. It is 24-20. Oh, actually, Penn State just scored. It's 26-24.
Pending the extra point, too, I assume.
Pending the extra point, yeah. That has been a very entertaining game so far. And most eyes were on Texas, Michigan, but right now that's a blowout for Texas.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan, like we said, post-J.J. McCarthy era, does not seem to be the same team. Obviously, they also don't have Blake Corum.
Yep.
And the receiver, Roman Wilson, who is actually on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, they're missing a lot of key offensive players, hence why they have 3 points in the first half.
You know, Michigan did not look as strong as they should have been, being that you're national champions last week. That's in my personal opinion. But anyways, we are back from commercial break on Peacock. It's exclusively on Peacock this game today. So if you really wanted to watch the Gophers and the Rams, I know that's a classic matchup that a lot of people are wanting to tune in for. But nevertheless, the Rams are back on the field on offense in shotgun formation. They love that shotgun formation. Here's Farrell. He will fake the handoff, throws it, and it's caught wide open. Is the receiver. I believe that's Mark Crete. Nope, that is Sean Harris Jr. with the catch. No nameplates on the back for Rhode Island, so it's a little difficult up here in the booth. But nevertheless, Sean Harris Jr. with a beautiful catch and a first down.
Yeah, very nice tackle by Coleman Bryson there. Very hard tackle, brought him right down to the ground.
Here's Farrell. He will fake the handoff. Actually, he will hand it off to his running back, and he gets taken down for a loss of 1, maybe 2. It looks like that would be running back. It looks like number 20, and that is Deion Silas.
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Senior out of Memphis, Tennessee.
Also the punt return man for the Rhode Island Rams.
Yes, he is. Transfer from Iowa State, excuse me.
Yeah, the Gopher defensive line, once again, really just kind of seeping through the offensive line of the Rams and causing havoc and ultimately leading to a loss of gain.
Rams in shotgun formation again. Now in an empty tray formation. Here's Farrell back to pass, and whistles galore. Looks like we will have a timeout by Minnesota. It looks like P.J. Fleck didn't like the defensive formation there for the Gophers, so he'll take a timeout. It is 2nd down and 11 for the Rams. It'll be the first of the half, and usually you want to save your timeouts for later, maybe in the 4th quarter. But with the way this game is going, you might as well not take a risk and call up a good play.
Totally agree. I don't see this game, knock on wood, getting any closer competitive. But it is college football; anything can happen. But the Gophers are looking very strong up to this point in the game, with 6:44 left in this 3rd quarter. So, play it safe. Don't take any risks. And if you see something you don't like, call that timeout. P.J. Fleck probably did just that.
Yep. It's probably a smart move because, Max, football's a funny game. And you never know. You never know if they get downfield and score. They have their confidence up and everything. Who knows? But we will be back here in 2 minutes. We'll take a quick timeout. You are listening to Golden Gopher Football on Radio K Sports.
could say was wild. What a display from the gods of nature. And is this love? Oh, the acid. Probably a little bit of both.
Welcome back, Huntington Bank Stadium. Gophers up 24-0 against the hated Rhode Island Rams. 6:44 remaining here in the third quarter. After a timeout, PJ Fleck didn't like what he saw in the defensive formation here, so he called timeout. And the Rams offense back on the field. So far, 84 yards of offense in total for the Rams, but they've had a big play on this drive so far. We'll see what they do here. Shotgun formation. Farrell fakes the handoff. He'll take it himself and gets down to around the 45-yard line. He gets taken down by Jaw Joyner. And it's third down for the Rams offense.
Farrell leading the team in attempts rush on the ground today with his 4th rushing attempt. Only 6 yards, though, so not very efficient as a runner today.
Not exactly, but he is still a threat in the backfield. And remember, every sack is counts against your rushing yards as a quarterback, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, but nevertheless, that's college football for you. Farrell in shotgun. He's rolling to his left. He's looking downfield. He'll throw it. He'll just throw it away to the Gopher sideline, and it's fourth down.
Another possession that just kind of stalls out. And credit the Gophers defensive line. I know that play seemed like it was a design where he rolls out, but they ran at him fast, and they've been barreling through that offensive line, I've noticed.
Well, yeah, you've read my mind. I mean, yeah, he did not have a lot of time to get that ball away. And that's why he was trying to run to his left to try to see if there was anybody open. There was not. And so they will have to punt it away.
I believe that's Daniel Jackson receiving, or set to receive the punt.
Set to receive for the Gophers. Yes, that is. Jackson looking for it. Doesn't look like he had a fair catch, and he will get up and get down at around the 23-yard line, as the Gophers will take over on offense. And we will take another timeout. 5 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 24-0. You're listening to Golden Gopher Football on Radio K Sports.
Sometimes it's best to ignore all the sights and the sounds, the people and their frowns. Make your own little bunker, things you've read and found. Of life fed off of you, the people, the trees, the things we can't see, would you still mosey about, dragging your feet? Would you dance? To see the medicine man, so I become my own
Welcome back, Huntington Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota, 24-0. Your Golden Gophers are on top of the Rhode Island Rams. It is first down on the Gophers' own 21-yard line as they take over on offense again. Max Brosmer seemed to be getting hot in the first drive of this second half, Max.
Yeah, he was flawless. 5 for 5, 49 yards, ended with his first touchdown pass as a Golden Gopher.
First of many, we hope. He is in single back formation, fakes the handoff, play action. He'll throw it deep downfield, and it caught and dropped. That was intended for Daniel Jackson. Boy, he was so close to catching that ball, but it is second down and 10.
Boy, those hits, they can easily go wrong very fast. Glad
Yeah.
to see he got up quick. But nonetheless, very nice hit there.
That was Andre DePena Gray with a nice hit on Daniel Jackson in order to knock that ball loose. And so the Gophers are now in shotgun formation once again. Darius Taylor to Brosmer's right. One receiver left, two right. Brosmer barking orders to his offensive line. Who go back to pass. He's looking left, throws it, and it is caught. It looks for the first down, and he's not done. It looks like that's Daniel Jackson. He'll get down to the 38-yard line. It looked like the Rhode Island cornerback thought he got him down, but he wasn't down quite yet. Gets a little more extra yardage, and that's another Golden Gopher first down.
Jackson's fourth catch, I believe, on the day.
That'll be a gain of 11 on the play, so that'll be 35 yards on the day, 40 yards on the day for Daniel Jackson. Star wide receiver for this Golden Gopher offense. Brosmer's in shotgun. Moves a man in motion. He'll hand it off to Darius Taylor. Taylor right down the middle. Has some space. Gets down near the 50-yard line. Gets down to probably the 49, but he'll get a first down. Darius Taylor, 11 yards.
Should put him around 64, 65 yards on the day on his 14th carry. One of his better runs of the afternoon as well.
Yeah, absolutely. His lawn is 17 yards, and so far already has a touchdown, including the other Golden Gopher running back, Marcus Major.
99 total yards for Taylor.
There you go. Almost to that 100-yard mark. Here's a toss play to Marcus Major. Major, with a little spin move, gets down to around the 49, 48-yard line. He is close to the first down. It looks like it's a gain of 8 or 9. He gets taken down by Rhode Island's Braden Price. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Yeah, good to see Major getting in some reps, taking off some of the load that Taylor. I mean, he's been the bell cow. He's been the top dog today, but always good to keep your guys fresh.
Exactly, and football's more going towards a running back by committee, and that's something that the Gophers are doing here.
Well, and you're seeing that not only in college, but also the pro levels as well. You're seeing multiple teams utilize that.
To the chagrin of fantasy owners, there's Marcus Major. He gets down to around the 45-yard line. He gets taken down by, what was it? It was a herd of Rams. Yes, herd of Rams.
Well, considered a mob down in Australia.
A mob down under, apparently. But it is a herd of Rams that gets Marcus Major down to the 45-yard line. But it is another Golden Gopher first down. Golden Gophers have well over 200 yards. Well, actually, they have 300 yards.
They've eclipsed
on
300,
offense.
yes.
Yep.
39 yards on this current drive. About 40 away from the red end zone.
Gophers in single back formation. Darius Taylor is in the backfield. Play action. Brosmer back to pass, throws it. Nice throw. Darius Taylor has some space, gets down to the 26, around the 27-yard line, and that's another Golden Gopher first down. Brosmer almost got sacked, threw it right before he got hit, and Darius Taylor takes care of the rest.
That'll put Taylor over 100 total scrimmage yards in the day, and I will say, Brosmer, a little bit of, dare I say, Patrick Mahomes action there.
Is that a little Mahomey, like Tony Romo likes to say?
Evading a sack and making a nice check down play for the first down.
When your name is a verb, you know you've made it, I think. I think Mahomes has made it. Single back formation for the Gophers. They are knocking on the door. They are down at the 27-yard line. Brosmer hands it off to Marcus Major, and Major does not get anywhere. That'll be a loss of around 5.
Gabe Simmons with the tackle. And was it Gabe Simmons or was it the herd of Rams or the mob?
Mob of Rams, herd of Rams, whatever you want to call it, but Gabe Simmons will get the official stat for the tackle there. As I'd imagine the Gophers will be looking to pass on this next play. They're in shotgun formation. 3 receivers out there, including 1 tight end. Running back to the left of Brosmer. He moves his tight end in motion. That's Jamison Gears out on the field. Brosmer back to pass, looking to his left, throws it deep, end zone. He's got Brockington. Touchdown, Minnesota! Lemecki Brockington with the touchdown. The Golden Gophers will get into the 30s. It's 30-0, Minnesota.
It's good to see that deep ball connection. I know Brosmer and Brockington almost connected earlier in that second quarter. It was ultimately dropped, but I mean, perfect ball, perfect placement. And the Gophers are up big, up 30 here with a minute to go in the third quarter.
Don't cash in your gambling checks yet, but you are getting pretty close. Dragon Kesich here, trying to get at the extra point. And the kick is good. 31-0. Minnesota is on top here late in this third quarter. And the Golden Gophers have some confidence on offense, that's for sure, especially here in this second half. That's their second touchdown of the third quarter.
I will say that drive was probably their fastest drive of the afternoon. 8 plays, 79-yard, but 4:40. Only 1 off the clock there. Brosmer, only 1 incompletion. He is 9 of 10 in this second half with 2 touchdown passes.
How about this? 80% completion percentage. 271 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. I mean, that has been fantastic.
It's just what you need. I mean,
Oh,
after
yeah.
an underwhelming game against North Carolina, to get back, especially playing at home, helps a lot too. But it's always good to get your first good game out of the way, and you know you can do this with your new team.
And, yeah, I mean, you saw him after that play. He was pumped. He was flexing. He was going over to his offensive line, celebrating after that play. That's huge for him, of course. Goldie and his little scooter is going to go to the corner of the end zone and do his push-ups. That's 31 push-ups that he has to do. This poor guy in the Goldie mascot. Okay, some days it can be like 80 degrees out here, especially early on in the football season when you're dominating teams like this. So thank goodness for the Goldie mascot that it's 60 degrees and beautiful out here. But
85 push-ups. Goldie the Golden Gopher is going to do today.
Yep,
So-
and I don't think he's done yet.
That's a safe bet. Yeah, I mean he doesn't have to hit the gym today. He's getting his workout in, and here he goes.
Yep, I think he's cheered for Dragon Kesich maybe to get field goals instead of touchdowns from the Gopher offense. But anyways, it was a touchback from Dragon Kesich on the kickoff, and the Rams will be back onto the field. Here's their quarterback. Back to pass. He'll throw it deep downfield. He's got a chance, and that's incomplete. No defensive pass interference. They were looking for a flag.
Aiden Gosby on the coverage, I believe.
Yep.
I agree. There was definitely some contact there as the ball was in the air, but as they say, let him play.
Yep. Devin Farrell was all alone in the backfield there in an empty tray formation. Trying to throw deep, trying to get something going for this Rams offense.
I think we can expect to see a lot more passes like that when you're down this big.
Got man coverage to his left. Here's Farrell back to pass. He's going to throw left, and it's a little wide. He got hit pretty hard on that play by Anthony Smith.
Yeah, coming from a guy who had 60% completion to be at 29% at this stage in the game, he's only completed 4 passes on 14 attempts is not pretty.
2 incompletions so far. That last pass was intended for Sean Harris Jr., the wide receiver for the Rams.
Harris,
as it is now third down, yes?
Yeah, Harris, their leading receiver with 2 grabs and 24 yards.
Just lighting up the score sheet. That was sarcasm. Rhode Island back to pass. Here's Farrell throwing it deep. It's tipped, and it is caught. What a catch. That's Marquise Buchanan. it was tipped up, and it was up for grabs, and then he grabs it, and I believe he got 1 foot in.
I was going to say, that looked very I thought he caught it, but I don't know if he stayed in bounds, but college rules 1 foot in. I mean, interesting play. Like, we'll look at the replay here. It was tipped up. Initially, it seemed that Ethan Robinson tipped the ball up, but Buchanan comes down with it.
Ethan Robinson on coverage, Aiden Gausby with the hit. That's tipped, and it's almost intercepted. That was 45, Cody Lindenberg, almost with the interception.
I mean, we almost saw 2 interceptions in a row here.
Another incompletion for Devin Farrell.
And just
that was close.
Another poor read. I mean, we've looked at the balls that have been tipped by the Golden Gopher defense. The interception was double coverage. The Buchanan crazy catch, and then this one was right in the linebacker's face.
Intended for Harris Jr., and there, speaking of Harris Jr., he gets taken down very, very quickly. That's number 2, Ethan Robinson, with a massive hit. And they were looking for a wide receiver screen. That didn't go anywhere. They lost yardage on the play. It's 3rd down.
As the 3rd quarter winds down, I just want to say, when they say a plane was blown up, there's multiple effects. That play was blown up because you hear the crowd erupt, and that's just the way I look at it.
Absolutely. I thought you said plane blow up.
No, play blown up.
Where are you going with this? Yes, play blow up. That makes a lot more sense. Well, anyways, I'm going to hand the headset off to onto our friend Jack here. After this break, we are heading into the 4th quarter. The Gophers are rolling 31-0 against the hated Rhode Island Rams. You are listening to Golden Gopher Football on Radio K Sports.
Yourself a night. Well, it's so right. You're taking a look outside. It's a blue world. Even if you're colorblind, it's still a blue world. Now you know the OCD enough. What's your plan to ensure that our children have a planet to inhabit? Breed of man could kill us all if they don't hear us calling. Breed of man could kill us all. Love and love and compassion. Demand action. Demand some action.
Welcome back to Minneapolis. Jack and Max back on the mic. 31-0 in favor of the hometown Gophers. Rhode Island will look to get on the board here. They're going to need to convert a 3rd and 10 from their own 46 to do so.
Only 108 total yards of offense. Let's see if they can get 10 more here.
Farrell back to pass, looking, has to scramble out of pressure, fires downfield, it's tipped and intercepted! That's Coy Perrick, the Minnesotan! In his first game, first action that I've seen him on the field, gets a deflected pass and picks off Farrell for the second time this afternoon.
The 4-star commit, the hometown kid. Love to see that first interception for the freshman, the true freshman.
What a play by Coy Perrick. Right time, right place. Gets into the game. I don't even think he had been into the game to this point.
I didn't see, we didn't call his name, and I mean, if so, what a way to start your collegiate career.
Couldn't ask for a better start. In fact, I bet you'd be hard-pressed to find a person that their first collegiate play is a turnover.
I mean, right place, right time is the old saying. That right there showed true, and it looks like Drake Lindsay is in at quarterback for the Golden Gophers. A lot of the starters will be subbed out. I believe that's Tyler Newbin in the backfield.
Drake Lindsay also wears number 3s from Fayetteville, Arkansas. He has 4 years at Minnesota, so he's a true freshman.
Fayetteville is where actually University of Arkansas is located, who is currently leading Oklahoma State up 21-13 for a little out-of-town scoreboard check.
So the Golden Gopher backups getting some time here against Rhode Island. 14:22 and counting left in quarter number 4. Still a beautiful day outside. Couple hazy clouds starting to show over the Minneapolis skyline, but nothing but a perfect day for college football. Another handoff up the middle goes Newbin. Gains maybe 2 yards on that play before being forced back by a crowd of Rams, and that'll bring up third down from the Ram 45.
Yeah, a lot of the reserves or backups getting to see some time as obviously the lead has expanded to a lot where there's no need to take a chance here, especially with the big lofty schedule the Gophers have coming up.
We'll be right back here a week from today at 2:30 p.m. when the Nevada Wolfpack come to town. That'll be a fun matchup. Nevada's quite good at basketball. He'll drop back for his first collegiate pass, and he'll move the chains. That was number 89.
Nathan Jones, I believe.
Nathan Jones' first career throw for Drake Lindsay is a completion and a first down, so rookies and especially the number 3s are on a bit of a hot streak.
Yeah, today, if you're wearing the number 3 today, maybe it's a special day. We got first interception, first career pass, and hopefully first career touchdown for Drake Lindsay.
He breaks the huddle, stands under center. Newbin behind him, 2 receivers on his left, 1 on his right, ball spotted on 35. Takes the snap, gives it to Newbin. Up the middle, tries to juke a man and runs right into another. Strong tackle made there by Carson Primrose, graduate student out of Pittsburgh. No gain.
Yeah, Newbin not finding too much success coming out of the backfield today. His 4th carry only has 1 total yard as he gets checked out for this upcoming play. But, I mean, that's what you expect. I feel like there's also some reserve offensive linemen in, so maybe they're not accustomed to the speed of play yet.
Nearing 400 yards of total offense are the Golden Gophers. They're at 356. If they do wind up with this one in the end zone, they'll be just short. Shotgun for Lindsay. Dropping back to pass, and that was deflected at the line. And Rhode Island will pick it up, but that's going to be incomplete. That'll bring up third down and 10.
Batted down by Kareem Wilson Jr., I believe, the redshirt sophomore out of Miami, Florida.
Third and 10 from the 35 for the Golden Gophers. C.A. Bangura, the transfer from Ohio, seeing his first action. He wears number 2 out of the backfield. He'll be the number 4 running back for the Golden Gophers, and if the last couple of years have been anything to go by, he might play a meaningful role down the stretch. The Golden Gophers haven't had great luck keeping their running backs healthy throughout the season, but they've been able to have a bumper crop of just about all of them. Bangura will get his first carry as a Gopher. Gets to the 30-yard line. Won't be enough for a first down. And he'll give Dragon Kesic another shot at kicking if...
I think they want to stay out there.
And they're going to keep the offense on the field.
I say why not? 4th and 4. I highly doubt Rhode Island. Oh, here they come.
And here comes the kicking unit. So it'll be a right hash kick. The 2 kicks that Kesich missed last game came from this side going towards the open end of the stadium. So this will be a 47-yard field goal. He's not had any easy ones today.
No, he had the long 53-yarder to start the day off. Drained that, but there was another long at the end of the half. Let's see about this one.
Snap down. Kick is up. And it is through. Dragan Kesich converts another long field goal. He's 2 for 3 there. And the Golden Gophers will go up by 34.
Good drive there. Obviously not the starters are out there, but you love to see the Gophers still putting up points, even with the backups and reserves. Who knows? Maybe some of these guys will be playing in the near future. This is good to get a glimpse of what they're capable of.
And Goldie's got a lot more push-ups on his docket. He'll be up to 119 on the game after doing these 34. Not quite a career high, but absolutely a season high to this point.
Yeah, he will be feeling it tomorrow.
7-play, 19-yard drive, 3 minutes and 46 seconds leads to another Dragan Kesich field goal. 11 minutes, 4 seconds left in quarter number 4 here from Minneapolis. We'll be back in a bit. Another commercial break here on Radio K Sports. Welcome back to Radio K Sports. Gophers up 34-0 over the visiting Rhode Island Rams. I'm assuming we'll see some more defensive substitutions for the Golden Gophers on special teams. Dragan Kesich will stay on the kickoffs. 281 yards through the air for the Golden Gophers, 271 of those for Max Brosmer, who had himself a day today. He'll take a seat on the bench for the rest of the game as Kesich's kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
A well-deserved seat on the bench, though. It's not like he got benched, for poor play. It was, granted, he only had played 2 games so far this year. It's his best game of the season, but definitely a high note to end on, to be sitting on the bench.
We talked pregame about how you're facing an FCS opponent. Really the only thing that you can do coming into the game, do your job. Don't treat it like any other type of game. Just treat it as though you were playing a Michigan, though you're playing a Penn State, and you'll be just fine. And that's exactly what the Golden Gophers have done. Hunter Helms back into the game for the Rams. Looking right, and he smoked on the play, fired it way downfield, almost intercepted there. Referee lost his hat. I thought he might have thrown a flag. I was undercut by the Golden Gophers. Coleman Bryson was almost able to make a toe tap interception.
How about that hit, though, that Helms took? Definitely affected the trajectory of that ball.
That was Anthony Smith blitzing off the edge. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Helms in shotgun. Takes the snap, handed off, bouncing up the right side, and stood up there, flag in the backfield around the offensive line of scrimmage. Came from the back judge yet again. I think that might be a holding.
I believe that was Zaquan Bryan who initially made contact.
Penalty on number 74, Trey Alexander, redshirt sophomore out of Tampa. That'll back him up 10 yards. Penalty-free 3rd quarter, as wisely noted by Max.
And here we are, first penalty in the 2nd half. It's been quiet, but it was an efficient 3rd quarter for the Gophers.
So they'll back up to the 18-yard line. Be 2nd and 18 from there. Snap is back, looking for a throw over the middle, and it's intercepted. Jack Henderson back the other way. He's got nothing but green grass. Pick 6, touchdown, Golden Gophers. Read that the entire way. Read Hunter Helms' eyes, and that's about as easy a pick 6 as you could draw up.
Yeah, I mean, I was curious to wonder why Helms got put back into the game, because obviously Farrell hasn't had the greatest game, 6 of 18 for 76 yards and 2 interceptions, but Helms just hands out a cookie for Henderson, and I don't think you're going to have an easier pick 6 call to the house than that. As Goldie's going to have to do some more push-ups.
And I don't even know if he did his 34 yet. Crawford the hold, Kesich the kick, up and through. So the Golden Gophers tack on 7 more on the first pick 6 of the season. Jack Henderson, fumble recovery today, pick 6. He's having himself a game, as are the Golden Gophers. They're up 41-0.
I mean, there's not much to say on that interception. Just a poor read, and I'm not trying to look at this replay. I'm not sure what Helms saw. It looked like he got a bit of contact on him on the throw, because the D-line has been pressuring, but I mean, Henderson just, he could have walked that in.
That was into double coverage. There were 2 receivers over there. Neither of them had a chance. Henderson went into the end zone untouched. We'll head to a commercial break here on Radio K Sports. Gophers tack on 7 more. It's 41-0 from Huntington Bank Stadium. Welcome back to Radio K Sports. Golden Gophers up 41. 25-yard pick six touchdown for Jack Henderson. His third of his collegiate career. First interception return touchdown as a Golden Gopher. Third interception as a Gopher. He was previously a Lion with Southeast Louisiana, where he had 2 interceptions each of the 3 seasons he played there. So 9th career collegiate interception, 3rd career pick six. Kesich kick is into the end zone. 10.5 minutes remaining in quarter number 4. And as the Golden Gophers have it just about wrapped up, and they're approaching the over-under of 47.5 just by themselves.
I mean, next touchdown would put that line, would put the over through. But we'll see if, I'm not sure if Rhode Island is knocked on the other side of the field. I'm not sure if they've crossed. I know they haven't had a red zone opportunity yet, but it's been rough for them as Helms is back at QB for this drive.
He'll hand it off up the middle and nowhere to go, swallowed by a horde of Golden Gophers, which is called a
colony.
A colony of Golden Gophers. And he'll lose 2 on the carry, maybe even 3.
Believe that was 21 Jaden Griffin, the redshirt sophomore out of Clearwater, Florida. Home of the Dolphin. I'm blanking on the name. Winter.
Did not know that. Goldie off to do 41 push-ups. I don't even know if he got his 36 in, but he'll get plenty of a workout. Throw over the middle is caught. Not quite to the first down mark. Good throw there from Helms to Buchanan. That'll bring up 3rd and 1.
And Buchanan made that ridiculous catch earlier in the 3rd quarter. I believe that's his 3rd grab, and he's got 41 yards on the day.
Keeping an eye on the Penn State game. Bowling Green had the ball and was marching, and Bowling Green quarterback Connor Vasilak threw an interception. Penn State's Tony Rojas returns it for no gain, so Penn State with the ball up 3, 6.5 minutes left. Run up the middle for the Rams, gets the first down and moves the chains. Boy, there's going to be a lot of talking points to have no matter what happens in the Penn State game. Penn State is one of the noted beneficiaries of the expanded 12-team playoff because they were always on the outside looking in behind Ohio State, behind Michigan in the classic Big Ten, as I would like to call it. And now with the additional 12-team playoff, they were favorites to get in. I think maybe 4 Big Ten teams will get in. 5 would be pretty crazy. Screen pass to the outside and good ankle tackle there by the Golden Gophers, number 19.
How about Jerry Gerlach?
Another local guy, I think Woodbury, Minnesota. I've actually met the Gerlachs. Great family, and he makes a great tackle there to avoid
That's what you call a shoestring tackle, but he held on and brought him down.
Giving Brady Rourke any extra yardage, so that's no gain. Again in shotgun is Helms. 2-2 receiver set, running back vacates the backfield, looking right, now throwing left across the formation, and the Golden Gophers are able to bring him down. Good screen blocking scheme there. Offensive linemen were able to get downfield, not quite fast enough. Catch was made by Buchanan yet again. That'll bring up a 3rd and 6.
Buchanan's 4th catch of the day. He's now got 51 yards total.
3rd and 6, 7.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Rhode Island just hoping to avoid a goose egg on the scoreboard.
3 of 10 on 3rd downs today so far. Let's see what they can do here.
4 receivers on the right side of the formation. Helms waits, now takes the snap, looking left, firing left, and it's broken up. Was targeting Marquise
Laundry on the
Buchanan.
field. There is laundry on the field. Flag is on the play.
I think that's going to be defensive pass interference. I love that you use laundry on the field because I've used that before. That's a pass interference penalty on Ryland Kelly, transfer from...
A Canadian.
Actually a Canadian from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. So that will move the chains for Rhode Island, and they're knocking on the doorstep of Golden Gopher territory now.
Unfortunately, I know Ryan Kelly was celebrating there, and I don't know if the rules are different for the CFL and whatnot, but that was a pretty clear pass interference there. It'll give them 15 for the Rams.
Ball spotted on their own 48, or 43, excuse me. Ball launched downfield and way out of the range of Buchanan. Looks like Buchanan's been pretty much the primary target for everything.
Yeah, he's got 8 targets today. Leading receiver, 4 grabs, 55 yards. It seemed like there was a little miscommunication on that play. It looked like Buchanan stopped and was trying to run a comeback route, and it seemed that Helms had other plans, sending the ball at least 10 yards further.
Buchanan will look to the sideline and get some instructions from his coaching staff. Student section has thinned out considerably, as has the majority of the rest of the stadium. Dropping back to pass, thrown over the middle, deflected. That was batted down by number 44, Tyler Stolsky at the line. Heavy pressure right in Helms' face off the gun. Looks like the offensive lineman went down for a dive block to set up a screen pass, and it just wasn't there.
You can start to see the traffic pile up down the road, all the cars with their red taillights on.
Trying to get out of here. This is what I enjoy about these 11 a.m. games. You still got your entire day left after.
Of course.
Shotgun for Helms. 3rd and 10 from the 43. Takes the snap. Looking left. Firing left. Ball is caught there by who else but Buchanan. He is short. That is in Golden Gopher territory to the 48. That's 4th and a yard, or maybe 4th and 2. Looks like the Rams offense is going to stay on the field.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you're down 41 points here with 6.5 roughly to go. I'm pretty sure they have not made an appearance in the red zone today.
Definitely not. They've got just 6 first downs, 4 coming into the drive compared to the Golden Gophers' 24. Play clock's winding down, and the Rams aren't set. Still looking to the sideline, and they're going to have to take a timeout.
It's just been that type of game for the Rams. I mean, coming off week 1, they had a win and an entirely new environment up north here in Minneapolis.
So with 6 minutes and 22 seconds, we head to another media timeout here on Radio K Sports. 4th and 1 from the Golden Gopher 48 coming up when we return. Welcome back to Radio K Sports. Fun fact, last time the Gophers have shut out an opponent, October 29th, 2022 against Rutgers, 31-0 victory. And looks like Rhode Island's going to back up on 4th and 1 coming out of the timeout. Another false start penalty on number 89. That's Brady Rourke, and I think that's false start number 4.
It's their 7th penalty on the afternoon. After a clean third quarter, it's kind of got mucky here again.
And now they will change their minds and bring out the punt unit.
I'm not sure we'll be able to witness a Rhode Island red zone appearance today. Still 6:22 left in the game, so who knows?
5th punt of the day for Devin Walter.
I believe that's Coy Parrish, set to return the punt.
It is. Sadly for everybody that is not a Penn State fan, they have gotten another touchdown. Coy Parrish receives the punt and makes a couple men miss and gets all the way past the 40 down to the 45. What a return for the hometown kid of about 25 yards. Caught that punt at the 15, spun around and made his way upfield.
Well, we know he's got hands. He's got his first interception and we believe, his first snap of his college career. So to return that, no surprise there. A great return, and Gophers will be set up around midfield here. 6:08 to go. Looking to add on some more and give Goldie some more push-ups.
I'm sure he would just love that right now. I don't see him down on the sideline.
I think he's hiding.
Yeah, he might be hiding. He doesn't really want to do anymore. But like I was saying earlier, Bowling Green just hasn't come up with any points in the second half. They're down 10. They've got the ball, but only 4 minutes and 9 seconds left in the game. Arkansas, Oklahoma State, that's a tight one, tied at 21. Dropping back years of time in the backfield and fires to the sideline. That was caught by number 15, Kenrick Lanier, the second from Decatur, Georgia. Good throw there by Lindsey for a Golden Gopher first down.
I mean, he had all day. I mean, he could have had all night too. He was sitting in that pocket. The clock was moving slow. Time was moving slow when he was in there. I mean, but he did everything right. Put enough touch on that ball, and it was an easy completion.
New running back in the game for the Golden Gophers, Jaron Mangum from Michigan State. Said his name a couple times last year. And that's going to be a false start on the Golden Gophers' backup offensive lineman. Is that 55? 59, Paul. That is not the correct number. That's Paul Fuller as a linebacker.
I believe Tony Nelson.
Tony Nelson.
59.
Oh, I'm looking at Rhode Island. Never mind. Tony Nelson. Good catch.
From Tracy, Minnesota.
Try again. 1st and 15 for Lindsey under center with Mangum behind him. Gets the snap to Mangum. Makes his cut up the middle and breaks a couple tackles there. Big gain of 14. Great run there for the Golden Gophers. And gosh, this running back room it's deep. It's deep. And then some. I mean, Mangum is one of the bigger running backs. He stands at 6'2", 235 pounds. So I mean, that's approaching Derrick Henry size.
That itself is definitely a nightmare if you're an opposing linebacker. You see that rumbling down towards you.
And the Golden Gopher running backs are not small. Taylor stands at 6 foot 215. Bangura 6 foot 210. Another handoff to Mangum up the middle. He'll get the first down. Past the yard to gain on the 28. Moves the sticks yet again, and the Golden Gophers knocking on the doorstep of the red zone.
I believe that is the 26th first down of the afternoon for the Golden Gophers. I mean, what a 180 turnaround for this team compared to last Thursday against North Carolina.
You kind of had to expect it. I mean,
right.
Rhode Island's not North Carolina.
It's reassuring to see that this is possible.
That is true. Another game that we were keeping an eye on, not really a contest. Texas, Michigan, 31-6 in favor of the Longhorns. Michigan's title defense not going so well. Back to pass is Lindsey rolling out, now looking to run for it, and gains about 7 before he's ushered out of bounds by the Rams.
Lindsey had Frank Bierman on a streaking route up the seam. He had him there. It seemed like it was missed coverage. Safety went to guard back corner. Missed opportunity for Lindsey to possibly throw his first touchdown pass. Nonetheless, picks up 6 on a nice scramble.
Clock under 3 minutes, 13 seconds. Golden Gophers may be able to hold the ball for the rest of the game. Under center, Lindsey. Mangum behind him. Gets the snap, gives it to Mangum. Up the middle, and pile of Rams stop him in his tracks. Gain of 2 on the play. 3rd and 2 from the 18. Back in the red zone go the Gophers.
Gophers are 5 for 10 on 3rd downs here. A very cool 50%. Flip a coin, we'll see what they whether they get or not on this one.
Rutgers, another Big Ten action, up 42-10 over Akron. That game's pretty much good and wrapped up for the Scarlet Knights, who will move to 2-0 on the season. Lindsey under center yet again. Handoff Mangum. Bounces out left side, breaks a couple of tackles, and drags a man for 5 yards. Jaron Mangum is putting on a show here late in this game.
Yeah, we saw all 6'2", 235 there on that run. Broke a couple tackles and picks up that first down. Now they are in goal to go here at the 2-minute warning.
8 yards to go for the Golden Gophers for another 7 points. 41-0 here from Minneapolis. We'll head to our last commercial break before the end of the game. You're listening to Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Back here from Minneapolis, Lindsey will try and lead his offense to first career touchdown for him possibly, or first career Golden Gopher touchdown for Mangum if it does go to him. A couple new receivers in the games, Tyler Williams and Daniel Hayes.
Daniel Hayes, yeah.
Drops back to pass, fade to the end zone, wide open touchdown. Tyler Williams on the pass from Drake Lindsey on the end zone fade, 8-yard touchdown, and we've got 2 Golden Gopher firsts for the quarterbacks. Good read there by Drake Lindsay. Tyler Williams was basically wide open. The Rams did not cover him whatsoever. 7 plays, 55 yards, 4 minutes and 12 seconds. And it's another 7.
With this extra point, the total over-under score. This is where Vegas makes their money right here. It's at 47. The line was at 47.5.
Kesich will determine the fate of sports bettors nationwide. And he puts it through. We've hit the over. The Golden Gophers have done it themselves. It's 48-0. Where is that friendly little mascot?
He dug a little burrow himself. And I know how they do in the pregame. You see the little gopher running around. I bet you he's underneath the field right now hiding. So someone's got to let him know. He owes us some push-ups. And the remaining loyal crowd.
The remaining loyal crowd, I'm sure, would love to see him do 48 more, tack those on. Tyler Williams wears number 7. We're used to that being Chris Ottman-Bell for the Golden Gophers, but after 6 years of playing for them, he ran out of eligibility. So good to see a new friendly face. Tyler Williams in number 7, transfer from Georgia, redshirt freshman, so that's his first career touchdown as a Golden Gopher as well. I'm not sure if that's his first in collegiate football, but remains to be seen. The Golden Gophers still rolling. And kickoff, again, Kesich. Not quite out of the back of the end zone as he jogs to the sideline.
I believe that's Tyler Williams' second career collegiate catch. He only registered a grab for 4 yards last year at Georgia. So first ever catch as a Gopher is a touchdown.
We're filling out so many firsts here. Tyler Williams, first touchdown. Drake Lindsay, first touchdown.
Coy Parrott,
first interception. Max Brosmer, first touchdown as a Gopher. First passing touchdown, that is.
Did we mention Drake Lindsay?
Drake Lindsay, yes. I think I got him in the list of many firsts that has happened in this game. Helms under shotgun yet again. It's basically experimenting time, and looks like he'll hand the ball off. Run goes nowhere. That's something that the Golden Gophers have done extremely well. To add on to the list of things that they've done well. No gain for Rhode Island. 11 carries for 17 yards on the game.
I mean, even against Holy Cross last week, it didn't see. I mean, their leading rusher was Devin Farrell with 54 yards on 13 carries. But this has just been. This is a game they're not going to want to remember.
Penn State has taken down Bowling Green. They had to settle for a field goal late. Tried to get an onside kick back. Another run up the middle. Goes for 5. And Bowling Green just falls short of Penn State. But they gave them a scare, and they gave people plenty to think about.
Bowling Green made it look competitive. I mean, they were up at half. They were up 2 scores at one point. Here comes Goldie.
And he is going to regrettably ride over on his scooter for 49 push-ups in a row. We'll see if he can make it. I'd be quite impressed. I don't know if I could do 49 push-ups in a row.
After many before that, probably not.
With a Goldie costume on, as running back has to spin away from a couple tackles. Blitzing cornerback stops him in his tracks for a loss of 5. But yeah, the fact that he does it with a giant mascot head on, and I bet he's pretty happy the weather is what it is, because I can't imagine him doing push-ups in that costume when it's 85 and humid.
Let's see if Rhode Island even runs
incredible.
a play here with 8 seconds and counting. This game will be over.
So the Golden Gophers take care of business, as Goldie's going to have to finish his push-ups after the time runs out. Golden Gophers take this one by a score of 48-0 over the Rhode Island Rams. Good performance all around. Really not too many notes to say to improve upon, but Max, from your first game up here in the broadcast booth, what did you see?
A lot of positives. I was in the student section last week for the freshman night. with the gold out. That was a game that was very underwhelming. You know, first ever Gopher game I was at. But the second one, from the bird's eye view up here with you guys, a lot of positives, and this gives you a little more belief. I know Minnesotans are very optimistic with their sports teams that usually end in heartbreak, but very, very, very promising to see the performance the Golden Gophers put out today on both sides of the field, especially offensively. It was reassuring to see a number of 306 total passing yards with a 79% completion rate. Very reassuring.
Yeah, Max Brosmer, 24 for 30 for 271, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And then Drake Lindsey, 3 for 4 for 35 yards and a touchdown. Darius Taylor coming back and putting in a good performance, 14 carries, 64 yards and a touchdown. And a handful of running backs end up getting 38 carries for 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. Elijah Spencer, leading receiver, 4 receptions for 55 yards. Darius Taylor, 4 for 48. Daniel Jackson, 4 for 40. Marcus Major, 4 for 21. There's 2 running backs in there that had 4 catches each. Jordan Newman had 1 out of the backfield as well. Not too many Rhode Island stats that I'd like to point out particularly. Gophers took 4 penalties for 23 yards. Rhode Island 7 for 60. 40 minutes of possession for the Golden Gophers. They held this ball.
And you know what? I feel like half of them were on that, pardon me here, Lindsey completion, that 17-yard pass where he had all day in the pocket. That felt like 20 of those minutes were spent where he was just sitting there. But, I mean, just domination would be the word I'd put on this game.
Yeah, and exactly what you needed. Bounce back. Looking forward to Nevada. Looking for something of the same. Gophers cover the spread. They hit the over, and we'll wrap it up here. We'll be back in the broadcast booth 2:30 next Saturday against the Nevada Wolfpack. Signing off for Jack Bartlett. Thank you especially to Max Waschuk. Great to have you on your first broadcast here. Great to have Leo back up in the broadcast booth again. You'll be hearing from him not in the not too distant future, I assume, as well. Thank you for listening from Radio K Sports. This has been another edition of Golden Gopher Football. Have a great Saturday afternoon, everybody.